Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only live stream dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. Today, I'm doing mobile channel reviews and I'm answering your mobile creator and mobile YouTuber questions. Per usual, there's a link in the description below for that. Tap on that link, put your question in the form, make the world a better place. And if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and leave a comment underneath the video. I will be coming back to answer your comments there. And if you don't get your question answered in the live stream, you can do the same thing. I want to thank TubeBuddy for sponsoring today's live stream and making this all possible. TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin and growth plugin app for YouTubers. Link in the description below for that. You should already have it, but if you don't put it in, it is free to check it out on your phone or desktop browser. Whew. Now, if you can't tell, there's a block party happening next door, and the bass is still thumping, so I apologize for that if there's a little bit of disruption here with the audio. I see Andrew Can is in the house. Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? Moonstone is here. Susan Taylor Brown, Costume Co. How's it going, Heidi? 30 Days Reviews, Lily Tree, RPM Nexus, Sweeney Dunstan, You Do It. How's it going? AU Pack Mule, Radioactive, Hybrid Flash in your pan. Eric, wait, the gang is all here. Stealth Energy. Ooh, the Crazy Pop, how's it going? Sparks Family TV, Warstorm, Don V Films, Tutorials. Ooh, Josephine DeSmet, how are you doing? The gang is all here. And Expert Plumber, the Expert Plumber, Roger's in the house, who gave me this awesome hat. If you can't tell that this is Roger here, I think this is like the coolest hat ever. So much love, Roger, for the hat. I think this is awesome. Can we get a thumbs up for the hat, right? I'm actually difficult. I got like a funky head, and it's hard for me to get a good hat to fit my noggin, and this thing just slides right on, just right on top. Hey, Studio Geek 32, Low Carb Cocktail Guy, Rabbit Care, how's everybody doing? How was your week? Hey, Nick Ailes Music, how's it going? Big Skulls Jim, I probably like mess that up every time I say it. Hats don't work with me. Yeah, Andrew, you know, I'm like, maybe 1 out of 100 hats can fit on my head, and this one fits. Yeah, here we go. Hey, Joshua Polino, thumbs up for this awesome hat. Yeah, I'm excited for today. I started a little bit late. As I said, there's a party going on next door. It's here in Thailand is a huge holiday called Songkran, and it's basically it started off as a peaceful celebration many years ago where the young people would come and like pour water on the elders and clean their Buddha statues. And now it's turned into a nationwide water war with high-powered assault weapons that squirt water. If to make, okay, you gamers out there, you understand like Battle Royale, right? Like a Fortnite or something like that. Imagine that in real life with high-powered water guns. That's what's happening right now in Thailand. And they have big street parties and everything like that. So it's fun until they shoot you in the face. Those things hurt. Jim says, where in Thailand are you? I'm in the north. Nick and I are in the north. We're in Chiang Mai. Hey, Joey Jason, how's it going? So, hey, Christina, how you doing? So, like I said, I'm going to answer I'm going to power through as many of these questions today as humanly possible. Hey, hey, Rare Clicks, how's it going? Yeah, I'm going to power through these questions today. So, get down there. There's plenty of availability. I'm stumbling over my words today. There's plenty of room available still for the forum. First come, first serve on this. And we're going to start right now with this one from iJammy, I believe, who says, how can I attract other viewers to watch my live streams, and any advice to give me for streaming? That is a fantastic question. Yeah, things that you can do to attract people to your live stream. And this is something that I actually don't do myself, because a lot of the times when I'm live streaming, I'm not sure what 100% I'm going on at the right time or whatever, because of things that are happening around the building and construction sounds and concerts. But if you really want to build up your audience, I suggest building hype before your live stream. Let people know. You let people know a day before. Build it up on Facebook. Build it up on Twitter. Talk about it on Instagram, whatever social media platforms that you're on. If you have YouTube stories, make stories about it. Let people know that it's coming. Hype it up. But don't do it to the point where you become annoying, but let people know that it's coming. I need to follow my own advice on there, but I'm happy with the turnout that happens here, so I'm good with that. So pump hype it up a little bit. Let everybody know what's happening. Let them know what you're going to talk about. If you have a focus, which you should have. And to answer the second part of your question is get a show sheet or put some notes on your phone. Have things to talk about, because I guarantee you, and those of you who go live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you are live, sometimes your brain just turns off right in the middle of or maybe it's just me. Am I the only one who has like brain farts in the middle of going live stream? If you live stream and you, hey, Regina's hair salon, you are fashionably late, as I would expect for someone who works at a hair salon. My mother used to work at a hair salon, so I totally respect what you do. So out of the people in here who live stream, who has had their brain just completely turn off in the middle of a live stream before? Right in the middle of something that you're saying, a point that you're trying to say, and your brain just like, nope, I'm out. Peace out. I bet a lot. I hope it doesn't happen to me. If I'm the only one that's happening to, I'm in trouble. Hey, football fan 1, 2, 3. I just want to give a Viper's in the house. What's up, Viper? Live happens. Exactly, man. Exactly. Football fan, man, I'm so glad you took some time away from school to come hang out. I think that's pretty rad. Ghost Dog 54, how's it going? Kurisu X, how you doing? Outdoor with Eric all the time. Okay, so yeah, I almost forgot what I was talking about. We're going to pull it right back. So have show notes or put notes on your phone. Have things to talk about, because when your brain shuts off, and it will shut off sooner or later, you can look down at your show sheet and have ideas. But when you write these ideas down, have ideas that are relevant to your channel. A lot of people are doing live streams, and it's cool if you want to do this. I'm not saying this is the wrong way to do it. I don't think there's any right way or wrong way, but I do think that there are some situations where people are doing live streams and then they're taking a hit afterwards. That could be, I mean, there's a couple of reasons for that, but I think one thing that people are doing is they have a live stream about, X. I'm sorry, they have a channel about X, but then they go live and talk about Y. That's kind of a disconnect from your audience. So if you're going to do a hangout, which is cool, do that. It helps build community, but also try to keep a common thread in there that keeps something relevant to your channel. So that's what I've got for you. Preparation, have things to talk about, and you just have to do it and do it and do it and do it. If you haven't started yet, it's nerve-wracking at first. There's tech to figure out, and you're going to have problems, but you are going to get really good at solving those problems. Hey, Polly Newman, how are you doing? Alex Talks, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. Adam Exploit says, D, is there an easy way to learn OBS for a phone? I'm 400 subscribers short of 1,000, and I'm going to go live in eBay open in July. Okay, Adam Exploit. So on my channel, I think it's 2 videos ago, I made a video talking about how you can live stream if you have under 1,000 subscribers. There are apps that you can use for that. OBS is not one of them. However, Streamlabs is a Streamlabs mobile app. Actually, you didn't say if you're doing this on your phone. Yeah, OBS for your phone. So Streamlabs app for your phone if you're on Android. If you're an iPhone user or an iPad, use Switcher Studio. Switcher Studio is hands down the best live streaming platform out there. I think they have a free version. At the very least, they have a trial version. But if you're live streaming a lot, Switcher Studio on iOS, man. Okay, you're on iOS. Download their free trial. Check it out. It's absolutely amazing. The way it works is, let's say you have 2 iPhones or 3 iPhones and an iPad. One of them can be a controller and be used as a camera switcher, and all the other iOS devices can become camera sources. So you can have like a multi-cam system going, running it all off of iPhones. It's fantastic. Hey, Shelly Saves the Day. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Fire Scarf, how are you? Christina says, my live streams have an issue with everyone I do. I just make a joke about it. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't please everyone. You're always going to upset somebody, especially if people are asking questions. Like right now, I think there's 70 people in here. And, the chat starts to move and you can't see every single question that comes in. Shannon Vlogs, thank you so much. Hope you are doing well. The live stream gets going fast. You can't see everybody's message. Then people get upset. You're like, hey, you're ignoring me. You didn't answer my question. They take it personally, maybe because they don't live stream themselves and they don't realize what can happen in the chat. Like especially if you're doing it like you're a one-man, one-woman show and you're doing multiple camera sources or you're, doing different things. There's a lot going on. Like I'm trying to look at you right now, but when I'm looking at you, which is the camera, I can't see what's happening in the chat. Hey, Grabster, how you doing? Right? So people are going to get offended, and that's just, if they are not on board with what you're doing, then they're not part of your tribe. right? Hey, Tim Yonsei, how's it going? I'm going to hop back over to the forum here because they are piling up. Thank you so much. Next question is, ooh, the music just stopped. Can you guys hear the music? Is that coming through for you on your end? The bass was going. It's like boom, boom, boom. But it just completely stopped. Heidi, Costume Co., dropping a 20. And that's probably the best super chat I've ever had in my entire life. Officially, ladies and gentlemen, it is Happy Game of Thrones Day. Happy Game of Thrones Day, everyone. And yeah, I was actually wondering, like, man, should I even live stream today? Should I even go live? Because people who are like fired up, I don't even know what time, wherever you are in the world, what time would it be? Yeah, so it's in the morning. It hasn't even come on yet for you. So yeah, I think good that I'm on now because everybody's going to peace out a little bit later. Game of Thrones is on. Now, here's the painful part, right? Here's the painful part. My girlfriend went home. She's from China. She went home to China. She's going to be in China for like another week. And then we're going to meet up in Beijing, and then we're going to go travel. We're actually going down to South America. So if you're in South America, if you're in Mexico, if you are in Ecuador, or if you're in Colombia, or if you're in Chile, reach out to me. Let's hook up. So anyway, she's in China, and I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones without her. So I know that it's playing, and I'm going to pretend that it's not. And it's just kind of, I might not even be able to sleep tonight. Yeah, Shelly. Yeah, it's a big trip. We're actually going to be on the road for a month, and it's a lot of flying. So I'm starting in Chiang Mai. I have to fly to Beijing. I'm going to meet up with her. From Beijing, we're flying to the United States. Going to go visit my mom for 5 or 6 days, and we're flying to a couple of cities in Mexico. From Mexico, we're going to go down to Ecuador. From Ecuador, we're going to Colombia. I haven't been to Colombia in like 10 years. I used to love Colombia. And then we might go down to Chile, to Santiago, and then back to LA, and then fly out. It's going to be a big, exhausting trip. Hold on, let's see what this question just says here. Can you do a how to stand on YouTube vid all the way from Suriname, South America? Okay, hola. How to stand on YouTube? I'm not sure what you're talking about, how to stand. You mean like literally just stand up? Not sure what your question is there. Joshua says, I totally resonate with you, D. I don't watch any bingeable shows without my wife. I feel like I'm cheating on. Exactly. You feel like you're cheating on them. Exactly. So she's going to be in China, and I'm going to tonight or today, I know that everyone is going to be watching Game of Thrones in the Western world, and I'm just going to be sitting alone in my room. You know, I'm probably just going to take like melatonin and knock myself out so I can get through the night. All right, next question. I think I'm going to get sidetracked here. Game of Thrones Day. Woo! Waiting a long time for this, and this is like the last one. So here we go. So this is the last season of Game of Thrones, which is like, it's awesome, but it's sad at the same time. And the new Star Wars trailer. Hey, Neil, thank you, man. Much appreciated. I think I'm missing some super chats here. Neil dropping happy Game of Thrones Day. It's on at 2 a.m. for me. I'll be watching it from the DJ box, currently shoved in the box doing some sexy voice work. Dude, you got one of the best voices I've ever heard, man. I hope, I'm stoked for you, man. The fact that you're doing that, I love it. What was the other super chat that just came in? Tana Does Tech, man. Thank you. Tana. Sorry, is it Tana or Tana? What's up, D? Thanks for your help. My channel's doing great. Yes, man. Love to hear it, man. Thank you. So in addition to actually Game of Thrones being the last season, which is heartbreaking, the new Star Wars teaser trailer dropped. Who saw that? Star Wars fans. And the thing that really made me choke up was like, you know, the end of a saga. Like, this is the official last Star Wars movie. Now they're going to have the spin-off movies and all that, but it's like the official last Star Wars, like that, you know, those 9 movies, puberty, excuse me, those 9 movies, like this is the last one. So that's a little bit heartbreaking for me. That's been such a cornerstone in my life ever since I've been a little kid. All right, next question. This one comes from Korimer, who is a gamer. Okay. Do you know any free editing software that I can transfer my gaming clips to? Software, you didn't ask for apps. So if you're asking for software, I would look at DaVinci Resolve. That's free. Pretty good. DGF Vlogs asks, how can I get more views on my channel? That is the question that everybody wants to know. That's not a short answer, but I'm going to try to condense it and make it as short as I can. If you want to get more views on your videos, you need to make, first and foremost, you need to make content that people want to see, but it's going to start with your title. You got to make sure that you're crafting titles so that people can find you on the platform. Put in the work, watch as many tutorials as you can. Go watch videos from Brian G. Johnson, Tim Schmoyer, Nick Nimmin, video creators. There's so many, you know who all the people are. Dare Lees. Go watch all of these channels, learn how to make good titles. Learn about SEO and learn how to make a great looking, eye-catching thumbnail. Without a good title, you're not going to be found on the platform. Without a good thumbnail, you're not going to get clicked on when all the other videos surrounding your videos all show up and somebody types something in. Boom, here's all these thumbnails. You want your video to catch their eye. So title, thumbnails, and then you got to polish it off at the end to keep them coming back to get that watch time too. A good video. Easier said than done, but yeah, that's all you got to do. All you got to do, man. You just got to learn how to make good titles, better thumbnails. Okay, Alex talks. Okay, this is a great question. I'm going to back up for a second. Make sure that there's a demand for the content that you're making. I mean, there probably is, but if you're doing something really obscure or really popular, either or, it might be hard for you to get your footing. If it's really obscure, there might not be a huge audience for it, but they're going to be like a diehard audience. If there's a ton of people doing it, like playing Fortnite or Minecraft or something like that, you've got a lot of competition, which means your titles and thumbnails and your video need to be pretty good. Not pretty good. They need to be great. From Alex Talk says, what's the minimum number of gear? Hold on. What's the minimum amount of gear a YouTuber needs? Well, that's right here. The minimum amount of gear that any YouTuber needs is this right here. You can do everything that you want to do on your phone. Now, you can level up. You can add a microphone. You can get a discount microphone, one of my favorite discount microphones. It's just a budget microphone. It's the Boya BY-M1. It's a lavalier microphone. Clips right onto your shirt, plugs right into your smartphone. You might need a dongle for it, depending on the type of phone that you have. They're like $15, $16, $17 US. Plug that into your phone. You're good to go. Now, things that can make your phone video quality look actual better is lighting, right? Like if you have poor lighting, if the room is dark, your phone quality is going to look like garbage. The best thing you can do is open up your windows and get that natural light. And not everybody can go out and buy lights. And you can use like work lights. I have a video, like the video that's, if you go to my channel and look for like, make your videos look awesome, I think as a thumbnail, I go to a Home Depot shop, like a home, for those of you not in the US, it's like, it's a home goods store where you can buy hammers and construction lights and that sort of thing. You can buy really inexpensive clip-on work lights, normal house bulbs, and those can light you up really well, especially if you bounce them off of something white and it kind of softens the light. You never want to put the lights directly on you without softening them with some sort of diffusion. But open up your windows, let the natural light come through, let it bounce off a wall, or go outside in the shade and record. Light is free. Light's one of those things where it makes all the difference in the world, but Josephine. Oh, this is going to get weird. Hold on, I'm pausing the chat right here, and I'm going to come back and read this. Yeah, lighting's one of those things where you can spend a ton of money. For example, right over here, I have like $4,000 worth of KinoFlow lights that I never use, right? I lugged them all the way from the United States, brought them here. They're these big, multi-bay lights. They're $4,000. I don't use them. They're just not practical. The lights that we're actually using in here, the lights that you see behind me, they're inexpensive LED lights. It's a strip of LEDs that just go down into the groove that we made. Those cost maybe $10 for the strip, maybe $8, something like that. The bright light that's hitting me right up here is one of those work lights, maybe $5 and the cost of a bulb. And then we have one big soft box with a really big light in it bouncing off the ceiling and then kind of washing the light down over here. So you don't need to spend a lot of money. I'm going to see what this is talking about. Somebody holding, Josephine says, Andrew Can wants to hold my dongle. Yeah, I reserve my dongle for, that's going to cost money. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. And Andrew makes a good point. He says, people can forgive bad visuals, but not bad audio. Yeah, that's fantastic. And totally true. Shannon Vlog says, let's get some F's in the chat for D missing the premiere of Game of Thrones. Yeah, right? I'm going to miss the premiere of Game of Thrones. And here is the worst part. Not only am I going to miss the premiere of Game of Thrones tonight, but I'm going to have to do a complete media blackout until I'm able to sit down and watch this with my girlfriend. So if I'm not responding to your tweets, if I'm ignoring your DMs, if you see me unsubscribe from your channel or block you, it will be temporary. It will be temporary. I just don't want any spoilers until I can actually sit down and watch it with my girlfriend. So respect the Game of Thrones. Respect me for not being able to watch it. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. The predictor says the Boya BYM one is about $13 in India. Okay, yeah, jump on that. I will say though, if you're buying that mic in India, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, that sort of thing, they do have a particular stamp that they put on the boxes to make sure you're not getting a bootleg. That Boya has a problem with bootleg products. Hold on. It wants to hold my dongle. Elite Master 24, this live stream is so professional. I love it. Hey, thank you. And at least it looks professional. I'm trying to hold it together. It's easy to kind of get sidetracked here with conversations. There's a lot of awesome people in the chat. We love to talk about a lot of different things. Somebody starts talking about Game of Thrones or Star Wars. You know, you just want to geek out on that stuff. Hey, Edward Vane, how's it going, man? And for those of you who are not Game of Thrones fans, wow, I'm surprised. Guys, the chat is moving fast. Yeah, Roger, you don't want to think about your dongle. Yeah, we're not going to yeah, we're just here. Look at that. Look at. By the way, I just want to, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. So I recently bought the Nomad brand rugged leather case for my iPhone. This is probably the most comfortable, like this easy fit, easy take off. Man, I absolutely love this case. If you've got an iPhone and you don't have the Nomad cases and you like the leather look, fantastic. Fantastic case. That's right. I just showed you my dongle live and I didn't get any super chats for that. What's up? Usually I get dollar bills when I show my dongle. Hey, War Storm, how's it going? Exploring the Nug says, I made a Jon Snow river diving video to try to tap into the trend. It was such a bomb, still fun to make. Yeah, that's the thing with writing trends, right? Like sometimes you nail it, and when you do nail it, like you're off and running, sometimes it just doesn't take off. But that's part of the fun. Brick Ninja, what's Nick up to today? I don't know. I tried to get Nick to come in and do a live stream with me today. He's a little bit jet lagged. He was in the United States for a couple of weeks, and he had to fly to Armenia to do a bunch of training in Armenia, and then he flew back to Thailand. He's exhausted. He said he might stop by later, but we will see. I am going to jump back into the forum here because we're going to get sidetracked. That happens so easily. Okay, this one comes from Brick Ninja. It says, yeah, that was just kind of like not coordinated. How can I create thumbnails that would drive more subscribers to my channel? That's a great question. And let me see what kind of content you're making. Hold on. What are you making? Every Tuesday and Thursday, your game. Okay, you're not a gaming channel. The thing about thumbnails, there's best practices for thumbnails, just like there's best practices for channels. But that doesn't mean that that's like a hard rule. The first thing that I would tell people to do when you know what your title is going to be for your video, and this is the first thing you should do. You should sit down, research your titles, know what your video is going to be about before you actually make the video. Craft your title. TubeBuddy's an excellent tool for that. Again, link in the description below. It will help you figure out the right title. Then you take that title, put it into YouTube in the search bar up top, type it in, hit return, and then watch the thumbnails pop up, watch the videos pop up. You know, this is what YouTube is going to serve out for this particular title that you're competing for. It helps actually too if you put it in incognito mode. So if you're on your phone, use Chrome or something like that. If you're in a desktop browser, whatever it is, use the incognito mode, because then it's not going to take your user history, things that you've watched in the past. It's not going to take that into consideration. So it's going to show you what everybody else is going to see. That's your competition. So then you need to figure out, okay, if all the thumbnails here, wow, I just realized I wasn't changing the scenes. I'm a bit out of it today. If all of the thumbnails are really colorful and really vibrant, maybe you need to go the opposite way. Like a well done, very well done black and white thumbnail in a sea of color, you might get the attention. right? On the flip side of that, if you look at the thumbnails and you notice that they're maybe they're washed out or they're not that good looking, then you might want to go ultra colorful. You can think about, okay, what kind of colors can I use? I want to crank up my saturation. I want to crank up the vibrance. I want to use colors that are a lot more eye-catching than the other thumbnails that are showing up. So you really need to look at the thumbnails that are going to be served up against yours and think about, how can I stand out against these? That's the real strategy. And the trick is, in most cases, so if you're trying to have all your thumbnails have a common theme to them, that becomes like another hurdle. Like, how do I make my thumbnail stand out amongst all of these other thumbnails for this particular title and still make it look like it belongs to my channel? That's why if you go through and you look at some of my color choices, I'm changing my colors a lot. And a lot of times I do that based on what's showing up at the time. I actually need to go back and kind of re-audit some of those to make sure that those colors are still the right colors to use. Hey, football art, how's it going? Hashtag dongle naughty. Yeah. It gets weird here really quick sometimes. Is Andrew still going on with the dongles? Hold on. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Today I will be reviewing your dongle. So go ahead and post a picture of your dongle on social media. Make sure to @ me, and I will retweet your dongle. Give it a little heart. Hey, Vigard, how's it going? Happy belated birthday to Vigard. Thank you, the game looters. D-Mobile is not something that we naturally think about, but we finally hit 250 and want to keep it going. Congratulations. Any tips to improve would be amazing. You hit 250 subscribers, and mobile is not something that you naturally think about. Any tips would be amazing. Yeah, let me pop your channel open really quick to make sure. Hold on, I'm going to pull you up on my browser here. You are a gaming channel. Okay, yeah, so one thing that I would advise you to do is make sure that, you know what, I'm actually going to pull you up here. I'm going to pull you right up on the screen because I want to see how this looks on my phone. The game looters. Let's see, the game looters. There you are. Let me get you pulled up here 1 second. Get the iPhone. There you are. The game looters. Okay. First thing I would do, I mean, you know, I know you're a gaming channel, right? The game looters. And because I'm not a gamer myself, I don't know if there's a game called Looters or not. But if there's not, my confusion right here is, what type of games do you play? Are you doing walkthroughs? Are you, right? Like, what sort of gaming videos are you making? So think about like a little tagline under your logo there, something that's easy to read, nice, bold, simple text that says what your channel is about. One sentence. That's called your value proposition. What value does a viewer get when they watch your videos? Put that on there. But other than that, I like the colors. I love the font that you're using. I think that's pretty cool. Now for your thumbnails, if you're not thinking about mobile, you want to think about when somebody looks at your thumbnails on their phone and videos too. Like if you're coming back and you're re-editing your videos, you want to think about things like lower thirds and logos or any text that you're putting on the video itself. If it's too small, when people are watching it from a mobile device, they can't see those things. Like your thumbnail here, you see, like if I'm looking on a thumbnail, I actually need to pull my phone up really close to my old eyes here, and I still can't tell what that logo is being. Okay, that one. All right, you see the difference here? Pokemon Moon. You see how easy it is to read that logo right there. It's clear I didn't even have to think about it. But this, right? I mean, now that I know it says Pokemon Moon, now it makes sense, but I didn't know that it says Pokemon Moon because it's too small. When I look at it on my phone, I don't know what it means. So when you're building your thumbnails, think about clarity. Clarity on a mobile device. Make everything bigger than you think that it should be. Easy to read fonts, bold. So when people are scrolling through, they know what's going on. Because look, we don't have a lot of time, right? Our attention spans are really short. The thumbnails we're going to load up, or we're going to tap on one that's clear, it catches our attention. Hey, Beanie Draws, how's it going? Nice of you to come in, Beanie Draws. You probably heard that I was showing my dongle, so you came in. Welcome. I hope I didn't disappoint, Beanie. Yeah, same thing with these. Like some of these, okay, here's another little thing. Make sure if you're putting text anywhere in your thumbnail, it doesn't go on the bottom right-hand side because the timestamp is always going to cover that up. I like your thumbnails. I like what you're doing. Like I love the border that you're putting around your thumbnails. That gives that's kind of like your vibe. That's your look. I like that a lot. I would just say beware of the timestamp. Beware of text that is too small. Enlarge it. Make it easy to read. And if you're in doubt, if you're like, okay, is this big enough? Is this easy to read enough? Just look at it at your phone. Hand it to a friend that's not really into your channel and say, hey, what does that say? And don't even give them any time. Like if they can't tell you what that says in 1 second flat, then it's probably not a good choice of fonts or text. So that's what I've got for you there. In terms of, being mobile optimized, it really comes down to clarity. Can people easily see what's happening on their phone? The answer is yes. Then you're good to go. One more thing I'm going to mention right here. And okay, I'm so glad you did this. 1 second. Whoa, what just happened? Whoa, what just happened here? Hold on here. My phone just went crazy. Give me a second. Oh, that's weird. See, you touch too many dongles and this is what happens. All right, let's try this again. Oh, come on, man. So this is really weird. Connected to AirPlay. Wow, this is so this should not be happening here. Give me 1 second. Let me try to pull this up on my Android because this is not working. Apologies, we're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know what's happening with the. I'm gonna try one more time. Give me 1 second here. Swipe connected to AirPlay. Oh, come on. No, how weird is that? Wow, it's like, so normally this doesn't happen. Usually it just, I can pause the video and then I can scroll down and see the description and everything. But for some reason, and I can still do that on my phone, right? My phone itself is fine, but it's stretching out the video here on the screen. And that's really bizarre. Man, that is not, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to unplug this and I'm going to start this over. My apologies. Let's see, screen mirroring on. Boom. Okay. Yep. We might have some problems today with mobile channel reviews if we're looking beyond thumbnails and channel banners. Let me try to get this up on my Android here. 1 second. Yeah, that's really weird. I didn't do any updates or anything, and then that's getting weird on me. Dongle of Doom. Yep, that's right. Hey, Elite Master, how's it going? Oh, I already got to that super chat. I thought it was a second super chat. This is weird. So I'm watching this on a computer and on an iPad, and the iPad has got this serious delay in the chat right now. Really bummer. You guys, we need to get off the dongle here. We need to lay off. All right, let's see the game looters. Now we're going to try this with the Android. Boom. Okay. Fingers crossed. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Okay, and of course that one didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, so here's one thing I want to mention. A lot of people are doing this on their phone. Do you see? Okay, if you're putting hashtags in your description, the first 3 hashtags are going to show up right over here. You see this? The first three hashtags are going to show up right underneath the video. One thing I see a lot of people not paying attention to is they're writing really long hashtags, and sometimes it will cover this little drop down arrow right here. And I've made this mistake tons of times to where I've gone to tap on somebody will say, oh yeah, there's a link to this whatever in the description. I go to tap on it and I accidentally tap on that hashtag. Boom, I'm gone, away, right? That hashtag is going to take me off of your video. It's going to send me somewhere else on YouTube for other people that are using the same hashtag. You probably just lost that viewer. Good chance. I've made that mistake a lot myself when I go to tap on that little arrow. So make sure if you're putting in hashtags here, don't use long ones. Personally, I wouldn't, maximum maybe cover up 75% of that area. Think about, people have to tap on this little bitty arrow right here. So you don't want any confusion whatsoever or accidental tap to where it's going to take them off of your video. So that's just something to be aware of. I've made that mistake several times. PhotoFin in here. Andrew, I see you mentioning PhotoFin. Let's see, where did PhotoFin come in here? Where's he at? Hey, Mike Van Doozy, how are you doing? Hey, there's PhotoFin. How you doing, dude? You're working on shooting a video. Good to know that I derailed you, and now you're coming in here and hang out during the live stream. All righty, I'm going to go back to the question here. Okay, this one comes from perfect timing because Andrew Can is in the house. The low-carb cocktail guy says, I upgraded to TubeBuddy Pro. Awesome. It's active on my PC, but not on mobile. Is there something I need to do to the app to get it to work on pro level? Currently, the app is what the app is, right? You've got the free version, you got the paid version, the app. They don't yet have the levels set up. So if you have pro, there's not a pro version of, there's not a pro version of TubeBuddy on the mobile app yet. Maybe in the future, but you're not going to get the same things that you have on your desktop as you get on the mobile browser yet. Andrew might be able to elaborate on that a little bit in the chat if he's still in here, which I believe he is. He's probably daydreaming about my iPhone dongle. Update on this: we are actively looking for developers for mobile now, and we have some people interviewing. Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so you might be able to have that in the future, but right now, if you have access to your TubeBuddy on a desktop, use that. And now that you've got Pro, you can use the weighted versus unweighted for your titles. Like that's where you want to be. And let me welcome. I just saw somebody come in here. The Asian My Show. How's it going? What's up, mobile YouTubers? Finally at 20,000 subscribers using a phone. Congratulations! I love that. I love coming across people who are doing everything on their phone and they're succeeding, because I'll use you at some point or another, I will use you as an example. Somebody's going to say, hey, what channels are doing well that's doing everything on their phone? Well, now I can mention the Asian My Show just got 20,000 subscribers using their phone. Next question comes from Star Cats, who says, what do you think I could do to improve my thumbnail branding consistency? That's what I'm struggling with right now. Your thumbnail branding consistency? I'll look at you real quick on the desktop. In terms of thumbnail branding consistency, it's just finding an overall look that it could be a color choice. It could be a font choice and a color choice. It could be some sort of a logo. Like you saw with the game looters, they have that cool logo. I'm actually going to pull them up again because I've still got them open here. Like all of their, where are they at? All of their thumbnails. Well, okay, so some of them just have like a gold border, but you can see here they start getting into a specific gold border, right? Like this gold border here, which I think they should do on all of their thumbnails. That's unique to what they're doing on their channel. So it could be a border. It could be a color choice. It could be a font choice. It could be your logo. It could be something on a corner or a little sliver going down the side. There's lots of things that you can do to brand your thumbnails. And you've got a really cute channel where you've got, I like your channel. You've got the gaming cat that's in the players in the beginning. Use one of those. Just, stick one of those in a corner or put like half of the cat's face on your thumbnail. Take some of the elements from your channel banner. Next question comes from Wolf's Got Throttles. Okay, you were the dirt bike channel. Okay, it says, hey D, it's Savage Wolf 180, and I just wanted to ask if you like the new name. I also changed my banner. Thanks for all you do. Okay, if you guys remember last Sunday, his name used to be Wolf 180, and you guys crowdsourced a name change for him. He is a dirt bike channel, and he changed his name to Wolves Got Throttles. So it was Wolf 180. I'm going to type this in right now. We're going to see what you guys think about this. It was Wolf 180, and he's a dirt bike channel. And now it is this. What do you guys think? Think that's is that a good channel? Good channel change? Good channel name? He's a dirt bike channel. Sweeney Dunson says that's the one you voted for. Okay. Hey, Hybrid Steel, how's it going, man? By the way, you're injured. Hybrid, man. I hope you're doing all right. You just missed out. I was showing my dongle a little bit earlier. Okay, so we got yeses, yeses, yeses. Warstorm thinks it's too long. So mixed bag, but I think overall it's good. Yeah, Hybrid. You didn't miss much. That's what she said. Doom. All right. Warstorm, yes, but it's unique for sure. Okay. Hello, one and all. All right, next question. Let's see. Next question is, and I don't know the answer for this, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because Andrew might know. Chef Jelly says, the rumor is that A/B testing is coming from YouTube. Any idea if this is true or not? They said that on the Creator Insiders channel. That's the only time I've ever heard of it. Andrew might know more if that's coming or not for YouTube, but I only heard about it this one time, and then it was just kind of silence after that. If anybody else has heard otherwise, anything definite, I would love to hear about it. What did you do, Hybrid? How did you hurt yourself? Okay, so Andrew says they are working on A/B testing. We are aware. I can't say more, NDA. Okay, so they are working on it. Okay, you haven't broken anything, but my knee is caning. Oh man, yeah. Take care of those knees, Hybrid. I got here's a little downer for you, Hybrid, because I believe you're like 35 or something like that. So wait till you're 45. Whatever pain you feel right now in your knees, oh yeah, just wait. Just wait. Take care of those knees. Take care of the knees. Take care of the ears. All right, next question is, let's see here. This one comes from Switcher or Studio Geek 32. Do you like Switcher Studio? Yeah, I love Switcher Studio. So I mentioned a little bit earlier in the chat there. I think in terms of live streaming and things, now Switcher Studio is not for gamers. So if you're gaming, this currently is not something that will interest you. But if you're not a gamer and you are on iOS and you want the most professional live stream possible, hassle-free, it's smooth as butter, I think Switcher Studio is the best thing going right now. I wish they would make it for Android. If Switcher Studio starts making it for Android, and I have no idea if they will or not, they will dominate live streaming for non-gamers. Corey W says, I just got in. What are people doing to get around the 1,000 live stream for mobile? Okay, I'm going to drop a link into the chat right now. If you have under 1,000 subscribers and you're live streaming, type in yes right now. Type in yes if you're under 1,000 subscribers and you're live streaming and you're kind of in a state of panic trying to figure out what's going on. Or maybe you're planning on live streaming. Okay, so there's probably a bunch of yeses in here. Okay, I know PhotoFin. No, PhotoFin, you need to be live, man. More. I know you went live once, I think. You need to be live more. Okay, so there's a bunch of you in here, under 1,000, interested in live streaming. So the link that I'm putting in here right now, I give you three options. I give you an option for gamers. I give you an option, which is DU Recorder. I give you an option for iOS users, which is Switcher Studio, and an option for iOS and Android, which is Streamlabs. If you want to go click on that, watch that video, come back, I kind of explain, what's going on there. Those are not the only solutions. However, those are the best ones that I found at that particular time. I tried some other solutions, but they just didn't work right. They were kind of buggy, or I had to try it a couple times. But the three that I mentioned in that video, first time they worked, it was absolutely flawless. So make sure you check that video out if you're trying to get up and running on a phone under 1,000 subscribers. And by the way, this limitation is only for the mobile YouTube app. So if you have a desktop computer or a laptop, you can still plug in a webcam or use the webcam in your computer, and you can still stream that way. The only thing they're stopping is the mobile live streaming from the YouTube app itself. No idea why they're doing it just yet. As far as I know, there has not been an official statement. We just know that that's the way it is. Yeah, Streamlabs is good. I know some people are having some problems with Streamlabs. They're getting an error called, it just says null, N-U-L-L. I'm trying to figure out what is causing that problem. And once I can figure out when I figure out how to fix this problem for the Streamlabs but I can't recreate it. I'm trying. When I can fix it, I'll make a video on it because I'm getting a ton of comments with people having this problem. Andrew says, if I were to take a guess with India and a lot of other countries that are only using mobile, it's a lot to handle on the mobile servers. Andrew, that's actually probably dead on. I didn't even think about that. Everybody's thinking about, okay, they're doing it to stop terrorism from, you know, active shooters walking into whatever, trying to film it. I didn't really buy that one too much. It just didn't make sense because you can still do a workaround. But even then, even in India and stuff like that, like they can still use Streamlabs. I don't know. But it's possible. But the fact that they're allowing other apps to still connect and stream is what's got me scratching my head. If they were like, okay, all apps done, mobile streaming's done, it's over, then it makes sense. Next question in the form. And by the way, if you're just joining us, there's a link in the description below. Drop your question in that form. G. Michael Jr. asks, would you suggest having a separate channel for live streams from a main channel? That's a good question. So a lot of people, for various reasons, are having a problem when they live stream. They're seeing a drop in views afterwards. It's almost like they're getting penalized for live streaming. I don't see it. My brother doesn't see it either, but I know people who do see that drop. What I would recommend is go live on your channel. It doesn't have to be a marathon live stream. Just go live on your channel, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you're going to go live. Hey, Nick Nimmin's in the house. Go live and then look at your analytics later and see if you see a big, if there's a dip afterwards. You're going to get a spike because those are the people that are coming in, and then see if there's a abnormal dip afterwards. If so, you might want to consider moving that over to a second channel. But if you don't see that dip, then it's not hurting your channel. Dan Norton's in the house. How's it going, man? Dan says, I normally don't stop by on a Sunday, but my son's sick today. Aw, can we drop some hearts in the hashtag for Dan Norton's sick son? And while we're doing it, let's drop a heart in there for Hybrid Steel's bum knee. So let's drop some hearts in there for Dan's sick little one. Oh, what did I just do here? Hold on. There we go. Oops. Get those hearts rolling. Show the love. Show the love. Here it comes. There it comes. Dan, I hope your little one feels better, man. All right, next question. This one comes from Coach Hall writes, what advice do you have if someone who's just getting started is getting more watch time than subscribers? Do you mean more views than subscribers? I do high school test prep videos, so I hope that I will get more subscribers when the tests happen. Is it possible that my videos are too niche? Also, I do slides on Canva with video voiceover. That's pretty cool. Should I be in front of the camera? So if you're getting more views and you're getting subscribers, this means that you're not doing a great job of converting those viewers into subscribers. And there could be a couple of reasons for that. The first thing I would have you do is go into your analytics, look at your watch time for your videos, and see how long people are actually watching your video. If you have a 10-minute video and people are leaving, if you've got 90% of the people leaving at the very beginning, you're not converting them because the content that you're making is not resonating with them. They don't like what you're making. And you can adjust that, right? You can say, okay, you can go in and look at your drop off, and you can say, what did I do in the video? You can literally watch the graph move as the video plays inside the analytics in the desktop version. And you can say, okay, well, I said this, or I showed this, or I did this, and people started leaving. You stop doing those things. If that's not the case and your watch time is pretty good, then sometimes you just got to ask the right way. Right? You might not even be asking at all. But when you think about asking somebody to subscribe to your channel, think about giving them tell them what value they're going to get if they're going to subscribe. Tell them what your channel is about. Tell them if you want to see more of this. If you want XYZ, consider subscribing to the channel. You could have graphics go up on your channel, like a lower third come out of the bottom or something like that, reminding them to subscribe. There's a lot of things that you can do. El Jefe's in the house. How's it going? There's a lot of things you can do to get people to subscribe. But if you have to try those first. But if those aren't working, well, actually, let me back that up. Go to your watch time first. see what's happening there. Like if they're leaving early on, then you need to fix that first. But if that's okay, then come back, start changing how you say things and when you ask them. So when you do notice that drop, say you have a 50% watch time and you notice that drop is happening around 50%, well, make sure your call to action, which is asking them to subscribe or asking them to do anything, make sure that you put that before people are dropping off on your video. Because if people are leaving at 50%, but you don't ask them to subscribe to the end, then half of the people watching the video, they're not going to see that. So make sure you front load those things. You're going to see a lot of the larger channels, not all, but a lot will put that stuff early on. And that can be really helpful, especially if you have lower watch time. Yeah, Arthur Moorhead, hey, how's it going? He says lower thirds are a great reminder for subscribing. Yeah, sometimes you just have to remind them. You know, people are caught up in your video and just, oh yeah, I need to subscribe. But dig into that watch time. That, you know, if you're not digging in, and I know this is harder for people who are doing everything on their phone. If all you have is a phone, you can get in through desktop mode using your user browser. Your browser put on desktop mode. Puffin browser is a great browser for that. It's hard, it's clunky, but you can find the right information. If you have a desktop computer, use that, go into analytics there, and you really need to dig in and see where are people leaving, why are they leaving, and you can fix that. Next question. This question is, Fun with the Girls says, how do I add a custom thumbnail using Streamlabs before the stream starts? That's a great question. So in my experience with Streamlabs, if anybody's been able to add a custom thumbnail before you go live, let me know in the chat, because anytime I've tried to go live inside of the Streamlabs app, it just goes live. You just go live, and then you have to put the thumbnail in through YouTube. As far as I know, Streamlabs, yeah, you can use Streamlabs on iOS, hoofbats. Streamlabs is available for Android and iOS. As far as I know, Streamlabs does not have a way to add, like if you take it before they blocked people, you could add a thumbnail, you know, take a picture or upload a thumbnail with the YouTube app. Streamlabs doesn't have that. Hybrid says you can add the thumbnail on the YouTube's live section. Right, but not through Streamlabs itself. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought, Hybrid. Yeah, and I think that's kind of weird. Maybe they're not permitted to. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the problem is there. I get that question a lot. Next question comes from. Oh no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm not looking at your channel, especially after you call me Nick. Hey Nick, can you check my channel out? Nope. That ain't gonna happen. Okay, this is an interesting question from Roger the Expert Plumber. Is it harder to go from 1 to 1,000 subscribers or from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers? I think it's easier to gain subscribers the larger you get, but I don't think your actual subscriber count has anything to do with it. I think it's because of the amount of videos that you have in your video library, right? Every time you put out videos, you're increasing your subscribers, you're increasing your view count over time. You know, when you have 50 subscribers, you've only got a couple of videos out. Those can only drive so many subscribers. They can only drive so many views unless you just happen to knock one out of the park out of the gate. But when you've got 10,000 subscribers or you got 15 or 20,000 subscribers, at that point you probably have a large video library, and there's a good chance that you might have 1 or 2 of those videos that are performing better than others, and you'll notice that they're driving subscribers more than the other videos. They're driving views more, and it just kind of starts to build that momentum up that way. And this happens for a lot of channels. I know for Nick and probably Andrew and Heidi and everybody else in here, there are always a handful of videos that are going to drive the majority of your traffic to your channel. So naturally, the more videos that you have, the more chances you have of getting those subscribers and getting more getting views. So yeah, I think it's easier, but not just because of the number itself. I've heard people say, yeah, El Jefe, exactly. Keep making videos. Exactly. It comes down to that. Keep making videos. I see a lot of people say, oh, YouTube rewards people because they get over 1,000 subscribers. YouTube starts to give more love to people who have 1,000. There's no logic behind that at all. It just comes down to you have a larger video library. It makes more sense, right? The more poles you go fishing. If you got one pole in the water, you can only catch one fish. 2 poles in the water, you can probably catch 2 fish, right? You get the idea. You throw a net in the water, you can catch a bunch of fish. So think of your content library as throwing a net in the water. Hope that helps, Roger. Hey, Scott Winters, how's it going? Silly Mommy for Life, how are you doing? Hey, Fuzon, how you doing? Andrew says, I grew faster when I stopped caring about subscriber goals and just started caring more about the quality upload goals. Yeah, it's fantastic. Sweeney Dunstan says, Minecraft tutorials seem to do a decent job of driving a channel. Just saying. I don't know. I've never played Minecraft. Can you believe it? Never played Minecraft. Taper John says, USB audio is not working through mobile Streamlabs. Any suggestions? No, actually, I don't. The only mic, so I have the, one second here. Let me grab this. The only thing that I've used on Streamlabs mobile is the Rode Video Mic Me and Video Mic Me L. Just these little things that plug right in to the device. I haven't tried to plug anything else in, but these have worked just fine. For my iPhone, actually, I take that back. I also was able to plug in the Rode Video Pro Plus into my iPhone, and that worked fine too through the dongles. Here we go with the dongles again. But I haven't tried to connect a USB to it. Next question is, oh, this is great. This one comes from War Storm, who says, hey, Papa D. Yeah. As a gaming channel, I stick to one game at a time for a long period, then I move to another. Should my channel art evolve with the game I'm currently playing, or should I just have it centered around me and my brand like Jack, Septic Eye, or Poods, etc.? That's actually a really good question. I think a general catch-all header is better because the older games that you've got in the background, even though you're not playing them anymore, those can still be found. And just because, like, if you have your videos and they just kind of died off right now, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now. YouTube has a crazy way of grabbing older videos and just giving them juice all of a sudden. I know a lot of people have seen this. They have videos that have kind of tapered down. You think that video is dead, and then they just rise from the ash. You know what? Let me see if I can show this to you. Give me 1 second here. I was just having dinner with Nick yesterday, the day before yesterday, and we were talking about this happening to one of my videos. And let me show you what happened here. Give me 1 second, so you can see exactly what happens. Most viewed. So I'm going to pull up the YouTube Studio app, the YT Studio app. So this video in particular, it's a Snapseed video, and the video is called Snapseed Beginner Tutorial for Android and iPhone. And when I made this video, give me 1 second here. When I made this video, let me pull you up. Boom. Whoa. And it's gone again. What is going on? Right? I'm having some, give me 1 second here. Let me disconnect and reconnect this. Come on, iPhone. Where are you at, man? Yeah, this is so bizarre. So I've been having this ongoing problem with, I don't know if it's my phone or the adapter or Streamlabs. Let's see if I can get this to load up. 1 second here. I want to show you there it is. So you can see the graph right here. You can see when I released the video, you saw this little spike here at the very beginning. This is where my subscribers are watching the video. YouTube's going to give it a little bit of a push and people are going, okay, here's the video. And then you see it just completely died, right? It just completely died after that push. Expert, right, Roger? My dongle is all wrong. This is what happens when people come in and when you start talking about my dongle gets shy. And my dongle gets shy, it does stuff like this. So we need to like, oh, it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, right? So you can see where this died, right? Dies for quite some time, and then you see it start to grow, right? You see it starts to come up, and then boom, there it goes. So this can happen, and I've had this happen to several videos. This, can we stop talking about the dongle because you're going to make it really shy? My dongle has performance anxiety. Yes, it does, Beanie. This can happen to any of your videos at any time. So just keep that in mind. So when you're thinking, I have all these videos in the background or in my back catalog, but I'm not playing them anymore. That's true, but you don't know when YouTube is going to give any of those videos love, and it's going to start suggesting those videos out. So I would keep a more of a catch-all channel banner. I have donga. Man, the memes never stop. The play on my names never stop. And I've got a feeling that this whole dongle thing is, I'm not going to hear the end of this. I have dongle dysfunction. Yes, Joey and Jason. Dongle dysfunction. Yeah. DDD, dongle dysfunction disorder. We just named it right here. DD. Who else suffers? If you suffer from DDD, please see a doctor. I'm sure there's a pill for that. It never ends. Never, ever ends. Okay, next question is from SNality. Welcome back, by the way. It says, hey, D, I'm currently uploading Critical Ops videos, but the game is dying, so I want to change my uploads. I'm playing a game called Life After. How do I start a survival series? So if you want to change games, that's fine. Just change games. Just if you know this game, and this is one of the downsides of focusing on one game, because if that game starts to die, right, you're going to have to make a pivot. Best thing you can do is just start uploading for that other game. You might take a little bit of a hit, right? You might have to eat some medicine, take your medicine and know that you're going to take a hit out of the gate, but start uploading for that new game. Start building playlists for those new games. Eventually, you'll make that shift. Viazox. Is that what I need from Dominator? Viazox can cure your DDD. Dialis. Hashtag Dialis. Man, this is just weird. I never know what's going to happen when we go live. You never, ever know what's going to happen. Dialis. I love it. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. We might have a technical glitch in 1 second. Hold on. I accidentally just... Nope, we're good. All right, next question comes from... How do you pronounce that? Excaranza? How to get found on YouTube and how to start the growth on YouTube. I have been uploading videos since yesterday. Okay, well, first of all, welcome to YouTube. This can be a really fun thing. Don't get too caught up in the numbers getting started. Just focus on uploading your videos and getting better at the videos that you're making, because you're just getting started. Oops, yeah, I'm going to close this down. Because you're just getting started, it's going to be more difficult for you to get that momentum going, right? Like, this is something that everybody has to struggle with when they first get started. So my advice to you right now is don't think so much in terms of the views, the subscriber count. Focus everything you have on learning how to get better. Learn how to make better titles, learn how to make thumbnails, learn how to make better videos, learn all of these things. Today, when you finish watching this stream, go to Google and Google the YouTube Creator Academy. It's been rebranded to, I think, just YouTube Creators, but YouTube Creator Academy. It's a free course given by YouTube, and it's their instruction manual for YouTubers. Once you go through that course, you'll understand better how YouTube as a platform works. Once you understand how it works, you can understand the things that you have to focus on You go subscribe to Nick Nimmin, subscribe to Brian G. Johnson, subscribe to Tim Schmoyer, subscribe to Dara Leaves. There's a lot of people out there that you should subscribe to and learn, learning SEO, learning your titles. You have to learn these skills. Then once you have that down, then start to worry about the views and subscribers. Because if you just uploaded your first video, which is awesome, that's actually the hardest step for a lot of people. So you took a huge leap and you did the hardest thing, and that was upload your first video. So congratulations on that. But don't worry right now about the views. If you learn those other skills that I just mentioned, the views will come, right? Build it and they will come. But you have to acquire those skills first. It's a process, and you have to acquire those skills. Roger, how do you get people to click on your dongle repeatedly? Roger, that's an easy question, and that's you pay them. Oh, yeah. And you're also Roberto Blake. He's another fantastic one. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of great creators. And I hate when I give like a list of creators live because, you know, your brain is just kind of in live mode and you always forget somebody, and you never want to forget somebody because there's so many, so many good ones. Right on, Roger. How's it going? Yeah, Roberto Blake's awesome. Hashtag feed the Roberto. Yeah, there's so many great creators out there. There's so many great people teaching awesome stuff. Yeah, Jeremy Vest. Jeremy Vest does some great thumbnail videos. All right, next question here. This one is, hold on, let's make sure I can understand this. Nope, not answering that one. Yeah, the stuff that people put in the form is kind of shocking, actually. All right, how do I get more views? I already answered that one. How can I improve my channel and its thumbnails? All right, that's kind of the same thing. We answered that one. Okay, this is a good question. Eric Waite, Whiskey Studies. When does thumbnail consistency become thumbnail monotony? And I find that many channels' thumbnails to be too much of the same for every one of their videos. That's a great question. And here's the answer to that. If you're subscribed to a channel and you notice that their thumbnails all kind of look the same, right? You go to Nick's channel. All of his thumbnails look the same. Come to my channel. Most of mine look the same, give or take. A lot of people make thumbnails that look the same, right? And there's a reason for that. One, those are thumbnails that are working. Those are thumbnails that are bringing views in. But two, and more importantly, most channels that are growing have a much larger viewership from non-subscribers. You know what? Let me see if I can get this pulled up on my thumb here. 1 second. Boy, the dongle jokes just keep coming. The dongle jokes just keep coming. The dongles just keep coming. This is weird. All right, let me see if I can find this here. 1 second. Let me find my revenue. Give me 1 second. 1 second here. Subscribers. God, where did I go? Give me 1 second here, guys. Trying to get this pulled up. And it is not coming. Where are you at? Okay, so I lost you. Some of my things are not showing up here. Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay, so normally I can't get this pulled up. I'm getting some zeros on here. Normally, you're going to have a much larger. It might be 60, 70, or 80% of the views that are coming from your channel of a growing channel are going to come from non-subscribers. These are people who have never seen these thumbnails before. So while you've been a subscriber to this channel and you're thinking, oh God, all their thumbnails look the same, this is so boring, you're actually in the minority of people who are viewing these thumbnails for the very first time. For me, I think I'm like 78%. That's what I was trying to show you, but for some reason I'm having an error. I can't get this pulled up. I'm around 78% right now, and it changes. It fluctuates. Sometimes you're 60, sometimes you're 80, but I'm about 78% of non-subscribers who come to my channel to watch these videos. Those people have never seen my thumbnails before. So for them, for most of them, it's a first time. So that's why a lot of these thumbnails look the same. It's maybe monotonous for people who are subscribers, but you're in the minority of people who are actually coming to the channel. Now, this might not be the case if your channel's not growing quickly. You might not see that same number imbalance, but if your channel's growing, you're probably you want to have, and it's not a bad thing. I see people panic sometimes on Twitter, like, oh my God, there's more non-subscribers watching the subscribers. That's a good thing, because if you had 100% subscribers watching your videos, that means your channel's not going to grow because they've already subscribed to your channel. By having a higher percentage of people who are not subscribers, that means you have that many more people who are not yet subscribers that you can convert them into becoming subscribers. Does that make sense? I know that was kind of a long answer, but does that make sense to you guys? Type in yes if that makes sense to you. Alex Express, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Hey, 5 Minute Air Show. Robert Jordan says, hey, I don't know if you saw this. I didn't. I just now saw it. But what do you do for writers creator block? Fantastic question, and I will answer that in just a second. Joshua Polino says, I don't know why I can't send super chats. I'm not sure. That's weird. Maybe you've been banned from the platform. I don't know. It's YouTube, man. Stuff breaks. Stuff breaks. Okay, so we've got yeses. Okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? So, Eric, I hope that answers your question. Yes, it's monotonous for you, but the majority of the people are not seeing it. So that's why it works. I get comments like that. I know Nick gets comments like that. Everybody in here who makes thumbnails that kind of look the same, you probably get comments. Oh, your thumbnails look exactly the same. They work, right? They work. Okay, to answer your question about writer's block, creator block, that's actually a really good question. And it's going to be, the answer is going to be different for each person. But when I find that the creative juices are just not flowing, I'll do one of two things. One is sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you just need to go see a movie. Sometimes you need to take a couple days off. Sometimes I don't open my phone and I don't answer a single comment. I don't look at DMs. I don't check my email. Sometimes I just completely disconnect for a couple days. Read a book, listen to audiobooks, go for a walk, go see a movie, go see 2 movies, hang out with your family, hang out with your girlfriend, hang out with yourself, play games. Just do something to get your mind off of it. The second thing that I do, if I'm not in the mood to do that, is here in the studio, I have this kind of like a man cave, right? I have a little tool area. I love to tinker. I like to make things. I love to just upgrade stuff here in the studio. So sometimes I'll take that break and I do other things, right? I do other things that require my brain to think, but it doesn't have anything to do with YouTube. So if I want to know, like right now, for example, I know you guys have seen my white, you've seen my white Star Wars Mandalorian helmet, right? I know you've seen that. One second, let me talk about, because I'm actually, stress for me is a big thing that causes me to kind of lose focus and not really have a lot of, just a lot of fire to do something. I know a lot of people feel the same way. When you get really stressed out, you're like, oh, I just don't feel like doing anything. So we're planning this really big trip. We're going to be gone for a month. So we're trying to plan all these different, I think we're going to be like 12 different airplanes. So I'm trying to like figure all this out. We're having to like renew our visa here in Thailand. Like all this stuff just kind of like dumps on you all at one time. So like right now is like a really stressful time for me. And I'm not burned out by any means, but I'm just not feeling that creative flow that I usually have. So what I started doing last night, because the first thing I had to do was when I identified it, here, let me grab this really quick. Hold on. So what I did last night, because I have to paint this, I had to paint this and I had to fix holes and that sort of thing. So I took this and it's been sitting over there on the shelf for a while and I have to finish it. I've got to paint it and all this stuff. So I took it last night. I took it apart. I sanded all the edges smooth. I got all the sharp corners out of there. I'm filling holes with like Bondo, right? Like I started doing things that I know that I needed to do. So I was able to focus on this for several hours, kind of getting this thing together, even though it had nothing to do. I should have been making videos. I should have been doing something YouTube related, but my brain just wasn't there. So I spent several hours on this, and then I came in today and I started working with this for a while too. And what I found, and just I might have like 4 hours on this total working on this, but what I found is, this is the first time this thing's ever just gone onto the floor. What I found is, by doing that, by me spending 4 or 5 hours on this, I'm already starting to like kind of get that flow going again, because my brain just had to disconnect from YouTube, and then my brain had to do something else that required it to think and solve problems. And, you know, what can I add to this to make it look cooler? And I started like sketching things out, right? And I'm doing something else creatively, not YouTube related, but by stimulating this, it's automatically just, so when I came here today, like I'm ready to go. Like it kind of like re-energized me a little bit. Now I don't know if it's going to work for you, but you know, those are the things that work for me. If you guys have, you know, if you have solutions to fix your burnout or fix your writer's block or whatever, what do you do? Because I know this is something that a lot of people have. Hey, Leron, how's it going? Yeah, I would love to know what you guys do to get over that sort of thing. Hybrid says, I take a week off every 3 months. No, Josephine, I have not seen the musical Hamilton. When a book falls on your head, you only have yourself to blame. Okay. We don't allow dad jokes in here, Josephine. Okay, Roger says, I work on things in the studio. Exactly. Josephine, I do something else. Paranormal Girl says, I take a week off. Joey and I trade off. Breaks help to fix writer's block, and meditation helps to clear my mind and awaken creativity. Yeah, I don't meditate. Nick meditates every day, and he's been trying to get me to meditate. He's like, dude, you have to try meditation, and I don't do it, and maybe I should, because he's like, Nick is like always in a state of like zen. He's always like zenned out and focused. Okay. Crypto Cruising says, I take time when needed. Costume Co. Heidi says, I drink 2 bottles of wine. That can work. I support that if you're of age. Okay. To get over a block, I leave YouTube while I get idea. RPM Nexus says, I try not to upload so much for a week in one live stream. Yeah, so that's the thing. It seems like the common thread here is to 30-day review says, I push through or figure out how to spice up my video differently. That's a great approach. But I think the common thread here is step away. Sometimes you need to step away. If you cannot power through, because I have had those times before too, and I know everybody has, where you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. Sometimes you have to power through. But if you can't power through, if it's just not there, it's just not working, and you know deep down it's not working, take a break. Step away from it. It's okay. YouTube will be here when you get back. August says, I'm new here. Hey, welcome. Nice to have you. Regina's Hair Salon says they look at other trending videos. Arthur Moorhead says, I write a blog post and I listen to easy downbeat kind of music. Heidi, you can't fool me. August says, who are you? I'm new here. August, my name is D. Nimmin. I help people make content in YouTube from their mobile device. That's what I do. So if you're a mobile creator, if you're a YouTuber, or you're somebody who likes to do stuff on your phone, you found the right place. And the majority of the community of the people in here right now are YouTubers or creators in one sense or the other. So that's who we are. Welcome. Welcome. What was it? Hey, Mike, how's it going, man? Mike says, how come Nimmin Live has not been happening lately? Okay, so the question about Nimmin Live. Nimmin Live has not been happening a lot lately because Nimmin Live is usually done with Nick and I together. Nick went to speak at Social Media Marketing World. He visited our mom. Then he was there for a couple of weeks. Then he flew over to Armenia. He had some training to do there with an up and coming group of YouTubers. Every year he does like a 7-day training session in Armenia. And then he came back and he's jet lagged and he's exhausted. So that's why Nimmin Live has not been going, unfortunately, because I am leaving as well, and I'm going to be gone for a month. The two of us are not going to be doing Nimmin Live like we normally do. He will be live streaming, I believe, next weekend. I think maybe he can do like a call in or something from the road, and he can pipe me in. I'm not sure. So, but he's tired. He's jet lagged. So. He will start live streaming again eventually. Eventually. All right, I'm going to get back to answering your questions here. This question says, or asks, it says, okay, this is good. Real life clean living. I have a hard time creating thumbnails that catches people's attention. I try to look at other folks' thumbnails for similar videos and get ideas, and they're all over the place in terms of style and no thumbnail in general. Since I have a hard time, should I just stop trying myself and outsource for some help for someone like Fiverr? Let me look and see what you're doing with your thumbnails really quick. 1 second here. Real life clean living. I like your channel banner. Okay, I think your thumbnails look pretty good. They're pretty focused. Let me pull you up here. We're gonna see what people have to say here. Hold on. As long as my phone is gonna work again. Real life clean living. Real life clean living. Real life clean living. Boom. Let's get you pulled up. Fingers crossed this is going to work. Boom. There you are. Hey, Moonflower Petals. Welcome back. Brick Ninja, will Nimmin Live return in the future? Yes. Yes, it will return in the future. Heidi, did you... Hold on. Hold on. This chat's moving fast. Hold on, guys. Heidi says, I sent you another super chat friend. Heidi, did you send me another super chat? I need to go in here and load my super chats. This is what happens when you look away. Fixing stuff. Okay, there it is. Costume CO says, D, fellow creator, you do it, is 5 away from 10,000 subscribers. Okay, hold on here. We're going to hit a milestone right here. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. We're gonna hit a milestone right here. Is John in here right now? Select channel. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. I don't know if John is in here right now, but this is about to happen. Real clean creative living. We're gonna come back to you in just a second. Whoa, that's not working. Give me just 1 second here. Channel capture. Browser window. Why are you not? Okay, we're gonna do it this way. 1 second. Give me 1 second, everybody. You do it. 1 second here. See if we can get him pulled up. Live stream. 1 second here. Projections live. Oh, come on now. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Heidi, it's coming. I've got to make sure I can get this set up right. I don't have that particular thing set up on my phone, but it's coming right now. Give me 1 second. You do it. The funny thing is he'll probably have hit this by the time I get this pulled up. There it is. Okay, boom. Whew, finally. Okay, so John... If you guys are into, this guy is kind of like a jack of all trades. He literally does everything and he does it well. You know the saying, jack of all trades, master of none? That does not apply to John. He is actually a master at everything he does. So if you're interested in 3D printing, he goes to studios. The guy's got all kinds of cool stuff. Let's hit that milestone right now on Nimmin Live and get John to, you do it, 10,000 subscribers. Let's make this happen. Oh man, look at this. I love milestones. This is like milestones all day long. Let's make this happen. Nope, so 5 away. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. Brian G. Johnson, what is going on? The man, the myth, the legend is in the house. Let's make it happen. There it goes. Here it comes. It's going to happen. We're going to hit a 10,000 milestone right here. By the way, if you guys have not seen the video that I made with Brian G. Johnson, go watch that. Brian, you feel free to drop that link in the chat, man. 10,000. Boom. Congratulations, John, man. Well done, brother. Well done. I love it. Can we get like a hashtag congratulations? Let it roll. Holy crap, he says 10K in T's live stream. That's right. Boom, look at that. Look at, woo, man. Congratulations, John. Well deserved, my friend. Well deserved. It's all downhill. It's all downhill from now, man. People say, "Oh yeah, get to 10,000." No, it's actually downhill from here. No, this is a huge milestone, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. I actually need to build some sound effects into this. Hey, JB Site, how's it going, man? Just got off from church. Hope you're doing well. I love that, Leron. Breaking news. You do it is now you done it. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, man. Congratulations, man. All right, let me pull the channel back up. Who are we looking at? Real Clean Life Living. Okay, so you were saying your thumbnails, you're not happy with your thumbnails and you don't think they're eye-catching. Hey, Mohammed Gamer, how you doing? Pixel Phoenix, how are you? So it looks like you're getting, okay, these are a year old. Okay, so you're, okay, yeah, so this type of a channel, because I look at this sort of thing, a lot of thumbnails do look the same, and it might be a little hard for you to stand out. However, like some of your thumbnails, I think look really good, but I don't know, you know, I'd have to take your titles and go in and see what else is coming up. I think they look good, but if you think that you're doing the best that you can do and you're not happy with the thumbnails that you're making, then you could try to hire someone to make your thumbnails. You know, you can have them make a template or 2 or 3 or 4, and you can test them out to see how they do. You know, take a screen grab, put in one of your titles, show them all the thumbnails that are showing up, and say, hey, look, I need to come up with a thumbnail design that's going to stand out amongst these thumbnails. It might be easier than you think if you don't have a lot of experience with graphics and that sort of thing. Like, the solution's probably there. You just might not be able to see it because of a lack of experience in doing that sort of thing. But if you can find somebody who can actually make it and can see it and know, it could just be a color choice, or it could be a certain design tweak. But yeah, I mean, it's worth it, you know, a few dollars, see what somebody comes up with, test it, see how it works. You might find, even though somebody designs a really dope looking thumbnail for you, you might find that your own thumbnails do better. I mean, you just never know. You don't know what people are actually going to get, what people are going to click on. Eric Waite says, Brian, I just posted a video. Will YouTube delete whiskey tubers? That's an interesting topic. Super Ash, you have 6 subscribers. Welcome to YouTube. That's a good start, man. Pixel Phoenix, thank you. No, so this is an interesting question. Fandom Finzi the Fox says, are you a YouTube employee? I'm not a YouTube employee. I do not work for YouTube. I do not work for Google. I have my own YouTube channel. I've managed to acquire 27, actually almost 28,000 subscribers in 1 year and almost 2 million views. So basically what I do is I share what I've learned over that process, and I share information from the YouTube Creator Academy. I share that with the people who want to come into the chat here. And I have got like pretty many years history in video editing, and 20 years actually, video editor and graphic designs. So no, not a YouTube employee. They wouldn't have me. All right, next question. This one comes from, hold on here, sorry. This one comes from Findominator, who says, if starting a new series, if starting a new series and it does better than my old one, should I stop all old content and move forward? I'm not 100% sure I understand your question, but I think you're asking me, Findominator, if you start a new series that's different than what you usually do on your channel, and then if that new series starts to do better than what you were previously doing, should you no longer do the old content? The answer to that question is, if your goal is to grow your channel and you tap into something that is working better than what you previously did, I would absolutely focus on whatever is working better. The whole, I mean, to strip this all down into the easiest terms possible, you want to do more of what works and you want to stop doing what doesn't work. So if you find your new direction, a new playlist, a new series, whatever it is that you're doing, you're like, whoa, this is working, then yeah, do more of that. I mean, if it's out, and I don't mean it's working by like 100 more views, but like if it's like noticeably making your channel grow, it's driving a lot more views, you're getting a lot more watch time, you're getting a lot more subscribers from it. If it's truly making your channel grow, then yeah, do more of that. It doesn't matter if it's a new series or not, because it's outperforming the old stuff. Leron. But the dongle stuff just keeps coming. His dongle, yeah. Hashtag dongles matter, right? You guys. Yeah, always focus on what works, man. Always focus on what works. And because like, if you look at your channel library, you're going to notice, okay, when I tried these types of videos, people didn't respond very well. For example, for me, it's iOS videos. When I make an iOS video, excuse me, an iPhone video, I know that I'm not going to get the views that I normally get if I were to make an Android video or a cross-platform video, right? iPhone always does worse for me. I know if I want to make a video with a lot of views, like, okay, I want to make a video and I really want to get a lot of views right now. I know I can make a video about like screen recording, how to record your screen on an Android. Like I can make, like, if you, here's a tip for you. Like this is a straight up truth right here. If you are new, hey, Jason James, how's it going? Dongles rock. Alan Osborne, how are you doing, man? This is the truth. If you're just getting started or you're thinking about blowing up a channel, you're like, hey, I want a channel and I want to blow it up fast. Make a channel on screen recording for Android. Right? And just go through all the apps, show them different techniques. You could build playlists on different screen recorders. You can blow that up because this is a huge, huge, huge topic. Everybody wants to learn how to screen record. Hey, Keisha loves Spanish. How are you doing? Everyone wants to learn how to screen record, and everyone wants to learn how to do it with internal sound, which is a struggle on Android. So you do that, you can blow up a channel. I guarantee it. But having said that, you got to think about, it's just numbers at that point. Like, how are you going to monetize that? Yes, you might be able to get sponsors from some of the apps like Mobizen or DU Recorder or AZ Recorder. You might be able to get them to sponsor your channel. You might make a little bit of money there. You're going to make a little bit of money from ads. So you can make a little bit of money on there, but I guarantee you that channel will blow up if you could do that consistently, because anytime I make a video on that, it does really well. And I don't want my channel to be only screen recorders, so I have to kind of pace them out. I gotta spread them out. But yeah, there's a huge opportunity for somebody there who wants to make that. Extreme Gamer 32 says DU Recorder. Yeah, DU Recorder is awesome. I started using DU Recorder and then I moved to Mobizen, but both of them are pretty good. Hey Scully, how's it going? All right, next question. And by the way, I'm not using the questionnaire form to pull up channels for reviews, just as a heads up on that. DJF Vlogs, how do I get more people to discover my channel? You get more people to discover your channel by making sure that your videos are discoverable. And you do that by learning how to craft great titles, which also piggybacks on great topics, right? Like that's how people are going to find you. If you're writing titles that people cannot find, Brian G. Johnson, I don't know if he's still in here or not, but go subscribe to Brian G. Johnson if you're not. That guy has a ton of videos on stuff like this. Once you learn how to craft a great title, how to write a good description, how to put your tags in there, how to build a good thumbnail, once you have those skills, then YouTube actually gets, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it gets a lot easier for the most part. Sometimes YouTube can throw you a curveball and it just doesn't make sense. But for the most part, once you understand how things work, then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Then you just have to start looking at the particular topics. Like, okay, what topic, like I understand how it works now. what topic can I choose where I can rank higher for that particular topic? There's a lot of topics I would love to cover, but I know based on the competition, I'm probably going to get buried under the sea of channels already making those topics. So there's certain things that I want to make that I just don't make. So you got to learn that stuff. And it takes time. It's a skill you have to learn. You learn how to speak, you learn how to draw, you learn how to write, you learn how to ride a bike, you learn how to drive a car. You got to learn how to make good titles. You got to learn how to make good looking thumbnails. You got to learn how to write a good description. They're just skills. A lot of people will look at this stuff and they say, oh, wow, this is really difficult. Yeah, it is, because you just don't know how to do it. But once you learn it, you put the effort in to learn how to do it. Research it. Go watch Brian G. Johnson. Go to YouTube Creator Academy, right? Put the work in, figure it out. And then once it clicks and you have that first success with the video, you're going to go, oh, okay. And then that's when the real work starts. That's where you got to figure out, how can I get in on this? I've got this topic idea. How can I rearrange this topic idea so that I can get in on that? And so I can, show up high on search for that. Next question comes from K-Pop Vault. How's it going? He says, I want to know if 800 subscribers in a month is good growth on YouTube. 800 subscribers in a month is fantastic. A good way to measure your success, is this good or not, is what happened the month before and what happened the month before that and what happened the month before that. So if this month you made 800 subscribers, which is fantastic, high five and fist bump, but last month it was, 600 or 750, and the month before that was 500, right? Or 400 or whatever. Like, if you notice the trend is up, then it's doing well. The actual number itself doesn't mean as much. A lot of people get caught up on that individual number. Hey, is this particular number good? All right, I made 800 this month. Is it good? Yeah, it's great. It's great if last month you made 799 or 700 or 500, but it's not great if last month you made 2,500, right? Then you're trending down. But if you're noticing that you're trending up, it's absolutely good. So let me dive into the chat for a little bit and answer some questions. So if you have a question for me, just write like question before you ask your question, so I can identify the questions from just comments in here, because there's a lot going on. Hey, Zaggy DK, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Okay, question. What can I do to improve my channel? Because I believe I make good content, but I don't get many views. Okay, the exact thing that I just said about the other channel, about learning the skills, about learning how to craft a good title, learning how to write a good description, learning how to make a good thumbnail. Like, I hate to say it's that easy, but it almost is. Like, you have to learn how to do those things, then you got to have a content strategy. You're not getting views because you're not doing those correctly. You might think you're doing it correctly, but you're not. That's the difference. And by some chance you are doing it correctly, then your channel must be brand new, and you've yet to build that momentum, and you're trying to target videos that have a lot of competition. I see a lot of new channels do that too. Brand new channel, no momentum on the channel, and you're competing against monster channels for certain titles, and it's going to be really difficult to beat out some of those other channels. Zaggy DK says, why do you look so much like Nick Nimmin? That's actually a great question, but the truth is I came first, and he actually looks a lot like me. He looks more like me. So let's just clear that up right now. Hold on, this just blew past me. Question, can you check out my thumbnails? Nope, not right now. Super Ash says, should I post every day? It depends. Posting every day, it does put more videos into your video library. However, if people are not responding to the videos that you're uploading, then uploading every day doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're getting a response from the videos that you're uploading. So you need to ask yourself, how are people responding to my videos? If you're not getting any views, then a million videos don't matter. But if people are responding to your content, you're getting engagement, your watch time is good. Every time you put a video up, people are like, yeah, I want more of it. Yeah, absolutely. So for some channels, it doesn't work well. For some channels, it does work well. But it all comes down to how are people responding to your videos. Next question. Expert Plumber says, I know you are sponsored by TubeBuddy, and I use it, but vidIQ has great analytics tool that I love. It's a competitor comparison. Yeah, I mean, look, they're great too, right? TubeBuddy's great. It's my personal choice. vidIQ is great too. Morning Fame is also great. Like these are all great. You know, like I'm not saying, you know, I'm not going to say they're bad. They're fantastic. You know, Morning Fame, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, they're all good at what they do. It comes down to personal choice. It comes down to some of these have different tools that the other one doesn't have. So if somebody likes one better than the other, that's fine. What I like to do, I have all three. I have all three, but there's ones that I lean on more than others, but I have all three of them. Pixel Phoenix says, question. And by the way, when I say that I have all three, there's certain things that I use for each one. TubeBuddy is my main. I would say I start actually with YouTube. First thing I do is I go to YouTube itself and I start typing in different title options, and I look at the drop down and I see things are, what are people actually searching for? Then I take those phrases and I go over to Google, because Google ranks you differently than YouTube. If you look at other sources in your analytics, you're going to see that Google might be one of the traffic sources. So if you can rank high on YouTube and you can rank high on Google, that's a double win. So I look at things that people are looking for, the phrases in YouTube, and I look at what people are looking for in Google, right? And then, okay, well, then I get a list of these together, and then I take them over to TubeBuddy, and I drop down into the keyword research, and I look at the weighted versus unweighted, and I kind of mold that until I kind of get my outcome there. And then I'll run it through Morning Fame, I'll run it through vidIQ to see, what do they say, right? Like I've got my process, and that's, and here's the funny thing. Sometimes you go through all of that. And it technically might be the right choice. And technically the thumbnail might be great, but the video might suck, right? Like, and then if the video sucks, the watch time is poor and people leave, and then YouTube stops suggesting it. So you're like, well, I kind of blew that one. So yeah, sometimes you can do all of that and you can still kind of shoot yourself in the foot by making a video that doesn't do very well. All right, next question here. Oh yeah, Leron, that's a good one. So YouTube is now looking for quality. What that means is still not clear. So heads up. Yeah, so that was what Bloomberg that released that report about quality watch time. And they haven't been clear about what that exactly means. I think it's a little bit frightening, to be honest with you. Like, because we know it's not going to be human beings that are going to determine what is quality and what's not quality. And I think it's kind of scary to think that their AI is going to determine what's a quality video versus what's not a quality video. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have faith that they'll figure it out, but I have reservations about it too. Right on, Rabbit Care. Okay, I am Life of Dreads. I am Life of Dreads. Question the truth about tags. Should be the word singular or sentence type? Okay, that's a great question. When it comes to tags, I always start with actual phrases. So, okay, when I make a video, if you go look at my channel, all of my video title, 95% of my video titles are written, at least the front part of them are written. I might have an addition at the end. I might be going for like a long tail thing, but like the bulk of my title at the beginning, it's almost always an exact phrase that people are searching for. So when I mentioned that I start with YouTube and Google and then I move it into TubeBuddy, right? Like that process that I have, I'm looking for an exact phrase, and I get that exact phrase usually by looking at YouTube or Google first. And sometimes I can get it from TubeBuddy from the recommended, feature inside their keyword tool. But I go for that phrase because I know this particular phrase is yeah, I'm gonna stop with this with the dongle talk we had. I know that exact phrase is something that people are looking for. So when I'm putting a video together, that's the phrase that I want, and I might be able to make several videos on a similar topic, but I change the title around in a way to where I go for different phrases. For example, if you want to learn, I used screen recording, screen recording a little bit earlier. I have multiple videos on screen recording. They're a little bit different, but the videos are more or less the same, but my titles are different. And what I've done is I'm searching, or I'm putting titles in for different phrases that people are searching for. So the one video is for this particular phrase, another video is for this particular phrase, another video is for that particular phrase, because I want to show up on any of the phrases that people search for. So what I do is once I have that title, I make sure the first sentence in my description also has that title. I write it out in a conversational manner if I can. Then I build out the rest of my description with variations of that using, keywords. For my tags, because I know that's a question that you asked, that kind of got off topic there. For the actual tags, my first tag is the full title. So if my title is a search phrase, that's my first tag. And then my additional tags will be other phrases that people are searching for that are similar to the words that I'm using. I might move them around. I might use, instead of Android, instead of saying best screen recorder for Android, and that might be one tag in my title and in the description, but I might have additional titles, best screen recorder for smartphones, best screen recorder for Android smartphones, Android screen recorders, Android free screen recorders. And I build my tags out in phrases first, and then I'll cherry pick a couple of individual words in there for that. But yeah, I always build everything. I build everything out in phrases because that's how people search. If you're ever in doubt when you're making content and you're thinking, how should I put this up on the platform? How do you use YouTube? Do you go to YouTube and you just type in a single word? You probably don't. Maybe you do, but most of you probably don't. You usually type in some sort of a phrase. So think of everything in terms of phrases. I hope that was helpful. Okay, moving through these questions here. By the way, I'm going to swap a battery out. I'll be right back in a second. Had to get the funk on for a minute. All right, let me move it on down through the questions here. Okay, Mike says, question, what's the best way to see if your videos are actually ranked? The best way that I've found to like legit is go into incognito mode. If I'm on my phone, I use the Chrome browser for that usually. Just go into incognito mode, and that way your user history, your search history, videos that you've watched, that sort of thing is not taken into consideration. So you can do the same thing on a browser. Hey, Abdul Zahir, how's it going? He says, what's up, D? How's it going, man? Thank you, Vigard. This battery camera charge is sponsored by DDD. That's right. I'm never going to hear the end of this. Never. Okay, so sometimes I struggle, but at the end, I know that it's hard, the YouTube game, but I think it's worthy. Some little advice to grow and stand out. Yeah, look, YouTube can be really hard. It can be frustrating. It can even be demotivating if you get caught up in the numbers and like people aren't really responding to what I'm making. Yeah, that can suck, and it can be really demotivating and hard. That's why people will say things like, make content that you're really passionate about, make content that excites you, because that's the sort of thing that gets you over those humps when you're like, hey, is it even worth it? I'm uploading all this content to YouTube. People aren't really responding to the content that I'm making. Is it even worth it? Uploading stuff that you like, that helps you kind of get over that hump. Another thing, if you find that people aren't responding to your content, you can fix it. It's not too late. Don't quit. What you have to do is you have to learn how to read your analytics. You have to learn about watch time. You have to learn how to craft your titles. You have to learn how to make a good thumbnail. You have to acquire new skills. You can completely turn around a channel. If your channel is not where you think it should be, you can fix that. You just have to acquire new skills to be able to do it. It's not impossible. You just have to learn how to do it. The information is out there. I mean, how much time, how many hours do you spend on YouTube? How many hours do you spend on Instagram? How many hours do you spend on Facebook, right? If you took an hour here, you take an hour there, maybe you're on the bus, maybe you're in an Uber. If you're busy with family life, I get that. Life gets in the way. Like if you learn how to manage your time just a little bit better and you start spending an hour here, an hour there, watching videos that will teach you how to make better titles, watching tutorials that can teach you how to use graphics programs and graphic apps better, learning about color theory, learning how to write good descriptions, learning how to use TubeBuddy, right? Like these are, if you take some time to learn these skills, you can turn any channel around. I promise you that. You just got to learn how to do it. In terms of advice for growing and standing out, for standing out, I think you just got to be you. And I know that can be a difficult thing. And I believe there's, okay, people always say, you do you, right? How many times have we heard that? You do you. Hey, what type of content should I make? You do you. You be the best you that you can be. You do you, but be a better you, right? If you've heard this before, if that's the advice that you've given, and I've given that advice before, type in yes, right? You do you. I know it's going to sound familiar, but the reality of it is, and I know this is something that Neo Crypto Cruising was talking about during a Creator Chaos stream that I was watching. And it, when he said it, it kind of resonated with me because he's right. He mentioned that the him on video, the him on live stream, the him on videos, like that's him, but it's not the true him. And there's a fine line between like not being you and being like a different you on camera. And I look at it like this. There's language that you use with your mother. There's language that you use with your lover. There's language that you use with your mistress, right, hybrid? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. There's language that you use with a doctor, right? I wouldn't walk into court and speak to a judge the same way that I would speak to one of my best friends when we're hanging out at the bar, right? You have different ways to communicate with different people. So I think it's totally okay if you have if you show a different side of yourself, because yeah, you do you is accurate. I think that's totally accurate and true, but I think that all of us have different versions of us inside based on who we're talking to. So yeah, I totally believe in that. So in terms of advice for growing and standing out, if you want to stand out, you be you. The question is, you have to figure out which you that it is. Who are you talking to, right? What audience are you talking to? And which version of you do you want to put out there for the world to see? Hybrid man, I'm just playing with you. I hope that didn't get you in trouble. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, so hybrid or Vigard says, I'm very quiet normally, but I realize I have to be more pumped up on video. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, and it's not fake. None of it's fake, right? You just have to realize, like, this version of me, you know, like going to court. I would never walk into a court and speak to a judge the way Nick and I would have a conversation sitting at a cafe. It's not going to happen, right? The language you use is different. How you present yourself, the posture that I'm going to use when I'm standing in front of a judge is different than how I'm sitting, and in a chair at a cafe sitting with my brother, right? So the same thing about YouTube. Absolutely, do you be the best you that you can be, right? Be a great you, be an entertaining you, be an awesome you. But you just got to decide which one of those yous you want to put out there. Yeah, so that's in terms of standing out. That's what I've got for you. In terms of growth, same thing that I've mentioned, 4 or 5 other times in this live stream. Titles, description, thumbnails, learn how to make good videos, watch time, like all of it. It's just skills, man. Just you have to learn those new things. Moving on to the next question. Hey, Ratty Star, how's it going, man? Hey, Toys with Minnie and Boo, how you doing? Hold on, this thing just went fast. So Hybrid is now getting divorced. Sorry to hear that, Hybrid. So Taper John says, yeah, and this is a good one too. It says, I try not to swear, but it slips out. Man, I'm in the same boat. And I think last week, I think that slipped out last week for me. I try my best to make my streams and my videos not only family friendly, but brand friendly. I know, based on the comments that I've received, based on emails that I received, I know I have children watching my videos. I know I have pastors who are teaching people in their churches how to do things with their phone. I have teachers who are taking my videos and showing them to students at high school and in grade school, teaching them how to do things with their phone. I have people who watch my videos, right? Like some of you have tweeted pictures of their children sitting there or sleeping or babies while they're watching the live streams. Like, I have to take this stuff and, like, as a creator, as a live streamer, as somebody who makes content, put it out there, I have a responsibility to, like, if you've trusted me and, like, you know that you can watch a D Nimmin video in front of your students at school and I'm not going to say anything, right? Like, I'm not going to, like, whoa, we got to quiet that. You know that in most cases during a live stream, you can probably watch my live stream with your kids there. I mean, we might do some, colorful jokes from time to time, but unless it's a true slip, an accidental slip, it's pretty friendly. Unless we get on the dongle talk, then it can get kind of dark. But you know what I'm trying to say? And I know a lot of people who don't cuss in their videos for that same reason. Like, and I don't think it's not being you. Like in my personal life, like if you get to know me, if you hang out with me, I cuss. Absolutely, I cuss. Probably too much in my personal life. But the me that I'm showing you, the best me that I'm showing you, this is kind of like this is as professional as it gets for me, right? Like this is the professional version of me. I mean, I'm not Gary V. It works for him. Like some people, like you talk about you be you, right? Like Gary V is a perfect example of that. Like he's just doing his thing and he probably speaks that way all the time. But I will bet money. I will bet a large amount of money that he doesn't speak that way around his children. I would bet any amount of money that he speaks a different way around his children. I'd be shocked. I would just be shocked if he speaks that way around his children. I'd be shocked, absolutely shocked. So yeah, I don't cuss. I want to be brand friendly. I don't want a brand who wants to work with me to say, "Ooh, yeah, we don't want to work with someone who speaks like that." That's not in the interest of our company. So I just, keep those things in mind. Think about the audience you want to attract. Think about the audience you will eliminate if you speak that way, right? Like, oh, I could lose all of these people if I want to cuss on my channel. But hey, do you? Like, it's your channel. Do whatever you want to do. But just be in mind, you will lose people. Vigard says, I could curse in Norwegian and nobody would understand. Yeah, it's possible. Hey, Alex, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's the same thing. It says, I don't cuss unless something bad happens. Yeah, I feel you, man. Hey, BK42 channel, how are you doing? All right, let me see if there's any more questions here. Then I'm going to jump back into the forum. Roger, the expert plumber, says, I like about you and Nick, you were two of the coolest guys I've ever met in person. Dude. Likewise, man. Looking forward to seeing you at Vid Summit. Next time, we gotta hang out. Like instead of just like waiting until the very last day and hang out in the lobby, we should go out and have dinner and stuff. Looking forward to it. By the way, if you guys are not going to Vid Summit, who's going to Vid Summit? If you're going to Vid Summit, I know a lot of you can't go for families and that sort of thing. If you're going to Vid Summit, type in Vid Summit. Because I want to meet you guys there. You're a great guy in person. Meeting you and Nick and talking to you was amazing. You were both very polite and extremely professional. Thank you, Roger. That means a lot, man. Dinner's on you. Mexican, brother. Mexican. We're going to go eat Mexican. So who's going to Vid Summit? All right on, Eric, man. Have a good one. You too. Hybrid says, I'll be on the live stream if Daryl is doing it. Yeah, I don't know if Daryl is doing the live stream this year or not. I hope he is. I think that was a lot of fun. I don't know if he is or not. Jury's out on that. He hasn't said. So you do it. We'll be going to Video Marketing World. I'm trying to work out Vid Summit. Okay. JB's site is going. Awesome. Joey and Jason would like to go. Dude, you should definitely go. You should. It's totally worth it. Whatever struggles you got to go through to get there, it's totally worth it. And it's only 2 days this day. It's only 2. Last year it was 3. They've removed a day. Not sure why, but still, it's still worth it. I mean, we fly from Thailand to go. Like that's how awesome it is. We take this miserable flight across literally to the other side of the world to go. Alex says, if I go to Vid Summit, I will hit 10 million views by then. What? 6 million or so to go. Yeah, dude, yeah, you're on fire right now. I saw some things that you posted on Facebook last week, I think it was. Vigard. Oh, Vigard's coming in. That's awesome. Chef Jelly is going. Okay. Hey, Pixel Phoenix, welcome back for the 3rd time. Live far away to go to Vid. 5-minute air shows. It says, I live too far away to go to Vid Summit. Where do you live, 5-minute air shows? Because I'm in Thailand. I'm literally on the, if I flew any further to get to Vid Summit, I would be doing I would like be coming back. Like it's as far on the other side of the world as I could possibly travel to. Right, John? Alex is getting some amazing growth. Christina's going to Vid Summit. Awesome. Oh, you're 13 too. Okay, yeah. 13 years old. Probably, yeah, you probably can't make that travel to Vid Summit. Big Scouts Gym. Yes, I'm on Facebook. You can find my social media stuff. It's my name on everything. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm not that active on Instagram at the moment. I'm on Facebook. I'm in and out there a little bit. Just every platform that you can find me, it's just my name, D. Nimmin. Dankest Mandem says, dude, I love your content. Man, Dankest Mandem, you just got your shout out. I love your name, the Dankest. And I'm on LinkedIn. Thanks, Roger, for reminding me that I'm not active on LinkedIn. I'm actually waiting for them to turn on that LinkedIn Live. I think that's going to be my strategy over there. Like I'm just jazzed up about live, but I don't want to do live there like I'm doing live here. I'd like to go on for like, 30 minutes to an hour and do more of like training, right? Do like in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour on LinkedIn of just training, not really like a hangout like we do here, but just actual like real life. Here's how you do this on your phone. Here's how you do that on your phone, that sort of thing. Josephine, I think you're cheating on me right now. She says she's switching between 2 streams. Josephine, who are you cheating on me with? I would like to know. Yeah, I think it's cool, Roger, that you got brought into that early. I think that's really cool. That way, when that opens up, you've got a head start on that, right? I love it. Hey, Matt, how's it going, man? It's not what it looks like. It's a Morning Fame. Shall we rate? Yes, guys. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Morning Fame is live. So, yeah, we're going to... Hold on here. Hold on. It's not what it looks like, Josephine. Right? I caught you in the act, Josephine. Hey, just winch it. How's it going? All right, guys. So, Nico is live. Oh, man, why can't I see the chat? Okay, so Morning Fame, multitasking, yep. So we're gonna raid Morning Fame. Give me 1 second here, and I'm going to drop a link into the chat, and I want everybody to run into Morning Fame and type in hashtag Nimminati. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share this link. We are going to do a raid on Morning Fame. So we're going to drop in this right here. Nimminati. All right. Take off. Go. Everybody go raid him right now and drop a hashtag Nimminati in there. Let it go. Hashtag. Let's get it. Go, go, go. Raid, 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 raid. I love it. I love it. 80 Natural R says, when do you go live exactly? I'm live right now. I try to go live every Sunday on this channel. And usually every Saturday I'd go live with my brother on Nimmin Live. Let's see if you got, oh yeah, the raid, there it goes. Let it roll. Let it roll. Show Nico what's up. I love it. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Here it goes. The raid. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Awesome. All right, Jim, man. Right on. Thank you. Won't let you get in, Roger. Hey, JB Site, can you pull me up now? Yeah, man, I'll go ahead and pull you up. Did you make changes from the last time we talked? JB Site. Let me get you pulled up here. JB Site. Really? That's his first raid ever? There we go, guys. We were the first people to ever raid Morning Fame. I love it. Wow, some of it's still going in there. I love it. Go Nico. Awesome, dude. Okay, so Josephine, yeah, we're going to have a talk, Josephine, you and I. Taper John says, D, did you get my $5 for M&Ms or N&Ns? Man, did you send me a super chat, brother? Hold on. I apologize if I've missed some of your super chats. Give me just 1 second. These things come in and they slip by when I'm looking at my phone or something like that. Okay, so if you dropped a super chat and you're waiting for a channel review and you didn't tell me that you wanted to review in your channel, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to give thanks again to Sparks Family TV, Shannon Vlogs, Costume Co., Crypto Cruising, Tana Does Tech, Flash in Your Pan, Shannon Vlogs again, Elite Master 24, The Game Looters, we got you already, Real Life Clean Living, Alex Express, thank you, First 1,000 Hours. Okay, wants me to review Joshua Polino's channel. I'm glad I just now saw that. Costume CO again, Tristan and Christian's Playroom. I'm not sure if you wanted to get pulled up or not. Taper John, there it is right now. Thanks for all you do. Buy some N&Ns. I don't know if you want N&Ns or M&Ms. Joey and Jason for 2 feet below. Worth more, of course, but the times. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. And then I got JB Site and Hybrid Vigards. Okay, Vigards, like just 2 of you. Yeah, man, I got you. Yeah, yeah, Heidi. Josephine's cheating. I caught her cheating on me with Morning Fame. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I guess my dongle wasn't good enough for Josephine. This is going to go south really fast. N&Ns. N&Ns. Well, what is N and N? He went there. Yeah, he did, Beanie. You were never around. You were gone from my DMs. Have you sent me DMs, Josephine? I'm completely buried in DMs. You were lonely. Well, yeah, okay. Well, if you were lonely, then it makes sense. Oh man. Okay, yeah, so let me pull you up, JB Site. Hold on, man. All right, so I remember last week, and I'm trying to like jog my memory here on what happened last week. Oh, you did the name change. Okay. John Gregory, technology. Okay, so I'm guessing your new path is that you're just talking about technology. Now let's take that up one step and define what technology that you're using, that you're talking about on your channel, because technology is like a wide open thing, right? What about technology are you doing? Are you doing reviews? Are you doing like a buyer's guide? Are you doing like a top 10 list for different sorts of technology, right? Let's define where you have technology. Let's define with one sentence, a short sentence, where you say what about technology that you're doing on your channel, right? Hybrid says, last week you went quiet and spoke to yourself. Oh yeah, that's right. The audio went out. Does that make sense, JB Site? Or John? Is it Gene? Is it Gene or John? How do I pronounce that? Scully betrayed me? Okay, 80 Natural R says, please pull me up for some Vice. I will do that. Nerfed Gamer, don't have much. Hashtag broke. I'd like a channel review. Okay, we can do that. Does that make sense, JB, in terms of, Jean, to write down, what it is exactly about technology? So other than that, I like that you're using your name. Now, my question to you is, are you actually going to change JB Site 33? Are you going to change that as well? That's French. So, Jean, okay. Jean, is it Jean? One. Jean. Okay, I'm gonna butcher that. I'm just gonna call you Jay. I'm just gonna call you Jay if that's okay with you. So yeah, just write that down. What to expect on your channel. Are you gonna change the actual JB site as well? I think you should. Now, did you? Ooh, look at that. So looks like you changed. Okay, these are older. Did you change these thumbnails recently? I don't remember seeing these thumbnails last time with the green border. I don't remember seeing those. Okay, you need to wait 90 days. Okay. Exploring with the Nug, thank you, man. You reviewed my channel last week. I'm wondering if you can review my updated banner and recent thumbnails like the Jon Snow one. Absolutely, I can. Okay, so you have to wait 90 days for a name change. Totally understand that. It's going to be worth the wait. And I know last week you talked about there were a lot of people who had your same name. Now, the name that you're going to use on your channel, the new John Gregory, is this name or the spelling of the name a little bit unique? Hey, Dan Solderholm, how's it going? Hey, Vinny SR, how are you doing? In terms of like your name, if I would make sure it's something about it's a little bit unique. So I remember last week you said there's a lot of people who have the same name. For the thumbnails, I like it, right? Like this little tweak right here that you did with the thumbnail, like that starts to make it yours. You've got the red, you've got the yellow, you've got your green, and you're using the focused words, behind the different colors. So I like that. Hey, Jama Greek crew, how you doing, man? Yeah, dude, I like the direction of the new thumbnails. I like that a lot. So what I would do, if you're noticing, and they're probably too early to tell, depending on when you change these, but when you put out like your next 3 or 4 videos, then come back like a week or 2 weeks later, look at your click-through rate then, right? Look at your click-through rate on your thumbnails. If you don't know how to do that on your phone, reach out to me, tweet at me or find me somewhere and I can kind of walk you through the process of how to do it on the phone. I've got a video and showing you how to do that on the phone. I can send that to you. But, your next handful of videos, do the new thumb style, see how those perform. And then I would start to go through and slowly start to change those videos over time. Now, one thing that I would look at, I like the new thumbnails, but I would be cautious about using the exact same cartoon face in every single thumbnail. Because for somebody who watches one thumbnail, right, like one thumbnail, and then YouTube suggests another thumbnail to me, it literally looks exactly the same. So if you're doing like using an app or software to make that effect, I would get different faces. Make 10, 15, or 20 different faces, or whatever, make 5 different faces, and then use those different faces so the thumbnails look a little bit different, but they have the same style. I would also test between using like the little cartoon face versus using your own face to see if one of them performs better than the other. Because that's the thing with all of this. Like, it looks cool. What do you guys think? You guys think this, you think this new thumbnail style works with the border and the green and the yellow? Do we like that? I like it. Brianna Vlogs and Smiles. No one has my name. It's just a tough name. Yeah. Brianna. Yeah, I dig these. Okay, I like it. Okay, so we got a yes in here. Yeah, I dig it. So we like what you're doing. I would try some different faces, and I would also test it between like your face, like your real face, and the cartoon face. But if you're putting your real face in there, crop it in tight, just like you're doing with your cartoon face. So yeah, good job on that. In terms of your live streams here, I would come up with something just a little bit more eye-catching for your live stream thumbnail. I mean, you could even use the same thing that you're doing here, right? But maybe the text is just like, live. like a live stream thing, that little live icon that you get when you're live, something like that. Just so it starts to build that recognition of, oh, okay, these are his thumbnails. And then, of course, you know, the clarity up there at the top. I like it, man. Good changes. So 90 days, you're gonna get a name change. I dig it. Now, did you do anything with your playlist? I don't remember. I don't remember if you did anything with playlist or not. So you're putting your descriptions in here. That's fine. This is my most how-to playlist. When you are putting your playlist together, name your playlists the same way that you would name a video, right? Think of it in searchable phrases. How people search on YouTube, they almost always search by a phrase. So if you can build your playlist titles the same way, and then when you write your description, you know, very keyword rich on that as well. Because when people are searching for stuff, YouTube also will suggest playlists as well. So that's what I got for you, man. Good progress. I like it. A little bit more clarity in the channel banner, a little bit of polish on that thumb, and I like where this is heading. But of course, you know, you're going to have to test all of this with the thumbs. But I like it. You're getting your style together. And that's the thing with all of this. Like when you're just getting going, like who believes that they have a style right now for their channel, for their thumbs, for their channel banner? Who has their own style? If you've got your own style, if you figured out your vibe, your mood, type in yes. If you haven't, if you're still struggling to get your mood together, your vibe, your channel look, type in no. I'm curious who thinks they've got it together, who thinks they don't. Costume CO does, yes. Costume Co. Roger does, right? Right on. Tim Yonsei does, yep. Warstorm, kinda, okay. Josephine says, yeah, I think I do now. Yeah, I saw your new channel banner. I saw some of your recent thumbnails. Yeah, you're getting there for sure. Elite Fitness, yep. You do it, absolutely. Okay, so we kind of got like a mixed crowd on that. So for everyone who is Pixel Phoenix, okay, right on. So for everybody who's trying to still get their look together, it's okay if you don't have it together. The important thing is that you're aware of it. You're aware of it's something that has to be done, but don't force it. Like if you don't feel it, if it's not coming to you, don't force it. It'll come. Like something you'll see something someday. It might be a billboard advertisement. It might be an advertisement in a magazine. It might be another channel. It might be a poster for a movie. It might be a Netflix cover for a movie, right? Something will click someday, and you're gonna go, oh man, I really love that. I want to make my channel look like that, right? Like that will happen one day. Or you'll just be experimenting one of these days. You'll be in whatever app or software you're working with, and you'll come up with something. You'll go, oh, wow, I like that. I want to use that across everything. And you'll find your vibe. Don't rush it if you don't have it. But just be mindful that it's something that you need to do. And by the way, I do want to say that like that doesn't work for everybody. Like if you're doing memes and stuff like that, like it's okay. Like you don't have to do that on all of your thumbnails. It is helpful in terms of like clarity and just overall branding. But if you're doing like memes and stuff like that, you don't have to. But I would kind of think, you know, maybe a certain border, certain font choice, a little something somewhere, you know. But you know, there's some large channels who don't do that, and it works fine too. But they do have a look, right? Like they might not put anything on their thumbnail, but if you look at their thumbnails as a whole, then look at their channel art, it still works, even though they don't put it. It could be the color treatment that they're putting on their thumbnails. There's lots of little things that you can do to kind of give it your own little vibe. Ariz Bit says, I think one thing that you want to be patient is yes, you have to be patient when you're a YouTuber. Yeah. It is a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to take you a while to get to where you want to go. It's not fast. It's not necessarily easy. So you have to have patience. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Who am I pulling up next? I saw some super chats come in a second ago. By the way, now it is time for a non-sponsored little break here. Not sponsored. Yeah, exactly. Roger nails it. Just think of, he said 1% every time. And that's what I like about that is somebody's in here posting under my name. That's weird. Hey, there's two of me now. So if you're making improvements, don't think about, I have to make these huge improvements. And I want to be clear about this too. When people come in and they say, I need a channel review, and I notice there's a lot of things on their channel that need to be improved on, I don't want to dig too deep into your channel out of the gate if there's a lot of things to do, because I don't want to overwhelm you with things to do, because I know if I get overwhelmed with something, like if I'm like, oh my God, that's way more than I need to do, right? I have a tendency, I might shut down. I might not do any of it because it's too much. And some of you might feel the same way too. So if I give you a couple of tips, right? If I pull up your channel and I just give you a tip or two, and you think, wow, he gave the other guy 5 tips and he only gave me 2 tips, it's because you might need a lot. Well, it could mean 1 or 2 things. It can mean you need to really focus on these things first before we move forward. And I don't want to, give you too much to work on. Or 2, those literally might be the only things that I could find. Like you might be nailing it at other things. Roger says the new you has 0 subscribers and a long way to go. Yeah, that's funny. I think it's, hey, Angus Explains, how's it going? True story right here, guys. It's story time. Once again, Angus Explains just came into the chat, and I want to let everyone know, that my parents almost named me Angus. That was almost my name. So Angus, I've got this bond with you. We don't know each other, but I love you, man. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. Angus, that was almost my name. Costume Co says, I feel bad for putting the fake D in a timeout. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, let me get to, so who's up? We've got, it says JB Site. Okay, so Addy Natural R. Let me get you pulled up. And guys, I'm not actually looking, I'm not reading the chat right now. So whatever you're writing, I'm not seeing it. Addy Natural R. There you are. Okay. So I'm going to guess, and this is a first impressions thing, right? I kind of go through a first impressions on what I think about the channel, and I go over some basic practices when the channel pulls up. I'm going to guess, based on the imagery that's in your channel art, that you're a makeup channel. You do makeup tutorials. That's what I'm going to guess. If that isn't what you do, and by the way, can we agree on that, or you disagree with me? When you look at her channel art, what do you think this channel's about? What do you think this channel's about by looking at the channel art? I think, hey, Midnight Madness 4x4, what's up, Charlie? How you doing, man? I heard you were blowing up on TikTok, brother. Okay, so makeup. Okay, now, so you're going to see everybody's talking about makeup. Now, your channel might not, you may or may not be about makeup. If it is, good job. You nailed it. If your channel is not 100% about makeup, then you need to figure out something that you can write in your channel banner or change the image to where it's clear about what's happening on the channel. You can just write like 1 sentence on there, a tagline, right? They call it a value proposition. Just let people know what's happening on your channel. So now here comes the scroll. Are you about makeup? You're not fully about makeup. So there, right? Makeup channel banner, I'm thinking, boom, makeup tutorials, some sort of makeup channel. And then right as we come down, you've got your intro. Okay. I'm back, guys. Join me. Happy Sunday. Why can't I go live at 1,000? Anybody know? Yeah, so if you're just joining me, by the way, I'm going to drop, give me 1 second here. If you have under 1,000 subscribers, and you're trying to figure out how to live stream, and I know there's a lot of you in there, go ahead and watch this video. I talk you through the apps that you can use to live stream if you have under 1,000 subscribers. Future Eclipse says, what do you use as a screen recorder? If I'm on my iPhone, I use the built-in screen recorder. If I'm on an Android, I use Mobizen. Sometimes I'll use AZ recorder, sometimes I use DU recorder, but I think Mobizen is probably the one I fall back to the most. Thinking How, your cap. This is Roger, the expert plumber. Thinking How. All right. Congratulations, 5-minute air shows. 15 subs, man. Congratulations. Hold on, see what Charlie said here. It says, are you able to generate more views than other videos? Okay, it says, yes, I plan on adding the hair banner as well. Okay, so looking back through your thumbnails here, and I'm going to look at your topics too. Just because I'm thinking clarity here. I'm thinking, okay, makeup reviews or some sort of makeup tutorial. And then I come down. Why can't I go live? Let's talk and grow for a minute. Good morning. Let's talk about Silent Live. Thank you. Back again. It's my birthday, right? Like, so you have all of these videos. Let's talk. When do you consider yourself a YouTuber? So it looks like you're just kind of like vlogging, right? You're just talking about yourself, what's going on in your life, that sort of thing. And that's cool. Do your thing. But what you want to focus on is, first thing I would tell you is put something in your channel art to let people know what they can expect from your videos. You know, I don't know, how often are you uploading? You know, you could say things like, you know, weekly videos about XYZ or that sort of thing. In terms of the imagery that you're using, I don't know if these are working well for you or not. You are getting some views on them. I would be weary of thumbnails like this. I personally, and this is just a personal preference for me, when people load up thumbnails like this that don't fill up the whole screen because they were taken vertically in a phone, I actually never click on those. It's like it's a little personal thing that I've got. And I just think to myself, if they won't even upload a thumbnail, like, I'm probably not going to click on that. Back again, it's still my birthday. So the next thing I want you to look at is your titles. All these titles that you're using, except for this one, Why Can't I Go Live? Like, that's actually a pretty decent title, but that's not what your channel is about. Your titles aren't titles that people can search for. They're not titles that are going to help you get found. Now, you are getting some views and you do have 1,000 subscribers. So you're doing a good job. I don't want to take away from anything that you're doing. You're growing. You're doing it. You're doing a good job, but you could grow faster if you brought clarity to your channel, and you could grow faster if you were able to craft titles in a way that could help people find your videos. It's going to be a little more difficult if you're doing personal things, you're doing vlogging and that sort of things. But when you're thinking about video ideas, like, well, what video am I going to make tomorrow or next week? Start thinking about those. Go into YouTube with whatever ideas you have in your head and start to type out in the search bar ideas that you might have. You can type in a couple of words and you'll start to see it. You'll see a drop down menu with a bunch of phrases. Those are phrases that people are actually searching for. So if you can craft titles around those phrases to make your videos on, that's going to help people find you in search. And then when you write your description, make sure your first sentence in your description has your exact title as well. A good searchable title, put that in your description, write it in a conversational way. Continue to build out that description with different variations of your title using different keywords. For example, if you were to do makeup tutorials and a particular video was about a particular type of lipstick, right? Like, you could have your first sentence talking about your lipstick, just like your title, and then additional things that you write in your description could be the brand of the lipstick, the textures of the lipstick, other things that people might search for regarding that lipstick. You know the terminology of what you're doing better than I do, but just build it out in different ways, because all those different phrases that people are searching for, that's how people search, and that's how people are going to find your content. Then also take your title and take those variations of your title, moving those words around, and that's how you build out your tags. You don't want to just focus on one word tags. You want to build out your tags in actual search phrases. When you build your videos this way, when you build them out in ways where people can find you, because people search with phrases, right? When you build out your videos this way, it tells YouTube, when people are searching for this phrase, this particular video is a possibility that we could recommend out. Because YouTube's job, the AI, the algorithm, right? Its job is to put your videos in front of an audience. It wants to find people. Say, oh, new creators, you know, we get the shaft. It's hard starting out because you don't have a video library. You haven't given YouTube a lot of data yet to let them know what your channel's about, right? There's not enough information that you're giving to YouTube yet. But you've got 1,000 subscribers, so you're in a sweet spot right now. You've given YouTube a lot of information. Unfortunately, it's not a lot of clear information, right? Back again, it's still my birthday. Like that title, like even though you got 143 views, like no, like that's super hard for anybody to find that video. But as you're crafting your titles, if you can, and I know it's hard for this type of content, but if you can find ways to make videos, like I think if I write out titles and I research what I'm going to make before I actually shoot the video. A lot of people do that in reverse. They make the video and then they come back, okay, what I'm going to title it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've done that a couple of times myself. I've been in a hurry or I forget or whatever. But when I have the time, I try to come up with the title first. And then I make the video second. When you do it that way, it really helps you kind of put a content strategy together. And if you could, because you got 1,000, you can easily get 10,000, right? Like if you've made it there, you can easily make it here. You just have to learn how to craft your titles. Now, this is probably not going to work well because when I open up, it's going to go full screen again. Hold on. Man, why does it keep doing that? I'm going to look at your description here. Okay, so it looks like, let me check another one. Hold on. Happy birthday. Okay, so it looks like you're not even adding a description. Let me go back here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having a problem here with my iPhone, but it looks like you're not even adding descriptions. What I want you to do, I want you to go to my main channel. You don't have to watch any of my videos. I'm not trying to push you off to watch a video, but go to my channel. And I'll just put a hard link to my channel right now. Give me a second here. 1 second. And I want you to go and look at my description area. Right? Go underneath my videos. Hey, Treasure Hunt Foodies, how's it going? I want you to go under my videos, open the description, and I want you to look at my title. And then I want you to look. Now, don't look at my live streams. My live streams, I do something differently. And the reason I do this differently is because I don't want my live streams to get a bunch of, like, when people are searching for stuff, I don't want a 4-hour live stream or a 2-hour live stream to start showing up. I don't want that. But at the same time, I do want some people to find them, but I'm just not really optimizing my live streams on purpose. But go watch my actual videos. Look at my title, see how I made my title, go down and look at my description and look at the first sentence and then say, okay, well, it's kind of the same thing. And if you're using TubeBuddy, I don't know if you're on a desktop or if you're on a mobile browser, but if you're on a desktop, install TubeBuddy, the browser plugin, and on the right-hand side, I have a link in the description below for that if you don't have it. On the right-hand side, you can see the tags that I've used as well. So you can see how I use my different phrases, right? And what that does between the title, the description, and the tags that I use, all of these things tell YouTube this is what the video is about, period, right? And I do that over, and I do it over, and I do it over and over and over again. So I have an entire library of videos that are telling YouTube exactly what my channel is about. As my channel grows, now there's a better chance of YouTube putting me in front of the correct audience, because YouTube, a lot of times, they want to find an audience for you. So your video goes up, okay, we're going to stick this in front of a bunch of people. And if it's the wrong audience or your thumbnail's not there, or they click in and your video's not there, the quality of your video is bad or your message is bad, they click out, that immediately tells YouTube they're not interested. So we're going to stop finding an audience for your videos because these people are not liking your videos. Maybe they just stuck it in front of the wrong audience. Dr. Sten, who has... he'll probably pop up in here sooner or later. Dr. Sten is a perfect example of this. They thought he's a health and wellness channel, and he had a really difficult time growing because YouTube thought his channel was a rap channel. He has nothing to do with rap, but I think they had a video or something. Hey, Ultimo Dragon 05, how's it going? He made one video or something like that, but the message that YouTube took from that is, oh, it's a rap channel or a hip hop channel, something like that. He had nothing to do with rap, and YouTube just pushed him in this corner. So every video that was going out, it was putting his content in front of the wrong audience. So because of that, people weren't watching, they weren't clicking, or if they were clicking, they're like, hey, this isn't hip hop, I'm out of here. That hurt his channel. Finally, because he just kept uploading, he kept tweaking everything, he kept learning and kept learning. Finally, eventually, YouTube said, oh, you're a health and wellness channel. Now we get it. And he's exploded. Dr. Sten's channel has absolutely exploded in size. He's probably like, by the time we go to Vid Summit in October, there's a good chance he's going to have 100,000 subscribers. Really good chance of 100,000 subscribers. He's on fire because YouTube finally knows the audience to put his channel in front of. And now that he's in front of the correct audience, he's learned how to make really good thumbnails. So they click on the thumbnail, right? Correct audience, check. Good looking thumbnails, check. And he's taken the time to learn how to craft his video. He's learned about, things that he can do to keep people watching longer and that sort of thing. So now he keeps them watching. Check, right? Correct audience, good looking thumbnails. And part of that correct audience is also having the right title, right SEO. But good looking thumbnails and people are watching his content. Check, 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 check. He's doing all the things right. Now he's exploding, right? And that's what can happen. But when you're putting confusing titles together or not putting descriptions in, YouTube needs food. YouTube is hungry. You can feed YouTube crap, and in return, you're going to get crap. If you feed YouTube nutrition, the stuff that it needs, right? YouTube will be healthy and it will give you back, right? You reap what you sow, sort of thing with YouTube. It's absolutely true. But you have to make sure that you feed YouTube with the correct food. So that's what I've got for you. Now, I'm not going to lie and say this is going to be easy for you, because it can be difficult to come up with the right titles based on the type of content that you're making. I acknowledge that. But this is where you're going to have to really get creative. Start looking at other channels that are larger than yours. I'm sure you follow some vloggers and that sort of things. Like, you can ride trends. You can use sites like Google Trends. You can look at things that are trending in YouTube. I'll type it into the chat right here. Okay, I'll check it. 1 second. Google Trends. You can go there and you can look at topics that are trending right now. And then you can make titles and make videos based on those topics, and then write clever titles. And it's going to take you some time to figure out how to mold it and get it together. It's a skill you got to learn. But once you do that, if you can ride trends, right? You're telling YouTube, hey, this is what my channel's about. This is what the video's about. This is the trend that I'm trying to ride. Just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that. Eventually, that's going to click if people are watching your videos. Right? If they're clicking out of your videos because they don't like your videos, then you're not going to get that traction. That's why it's important to learn how to check your watch time inside your analytics. All right, I'm going to check your playlist. Okay, so for your playlist, the same exact thing for your playlist. When you're putting the titles together for your playlist, think about your playlist as a video, right? Think about a phrase that people could search for that could help people find your playlist. And then when they, like, let's say you've got beauty tutorials right here, right? That's good, beauty tutorials. But as a smaller channel, it's going to be difficult for you to compete with just beauty tutorials, because there's huge channels out there, people with millions of subscribers, tens of millions of views, who are also competing for the word beauty tutorials. But what if you were to do something specific and it wasn't just beauty tutorials? What if you focused on a particular brand of makeup? And I'm not sure if beauty tutorials falls under, and I don't know if you're doing makeup in there or what, but let's just say you were. Like, beauty tutorials, that's too wide for your size channel right now. But if you niche down and you said, okay, I'm going to focus on, and I'm just using this as an example, I'm only going to focus on products from Maybelline, or products from NARS, or products from Estee Lauder, right? Like, I'm only focusing on those. And then your titles for those particular types of videos were very specific, using their name and the name of the product in a way that people are actually searching for it in YouTube. And you'll be able to find out how they're searching by start to type those product names in, Estee Lauder, this. The drop down is going to happen. You're going to see all those options. That's what people are searching for, right? So use those. And then when you're building your playlist out, the title of the playlist is exactly the same thing. Something about Maybelline, something about very specific. So you could have a playlist that's only about Estee Lauder lipstick. And then you put your playlist title in there in a way that people are actually searching for Estee Lauder lipstick. And then when you write your title or your description, by the way, you need to add descriptions to your playlists. You want to write a good keyword-rich description that can also tell YouTube what the playlist is about in addition to that title. Does that make sense to you? And I know I was just using that as an example. I don't know if you're doing makeup or not. Damn, Dia's on top of those makeup product names too. Hey, Justin Brown, what is going... Justin Brown, how did I know that the T to D was going to happen and it only took about an hour? And then you're like Beetlejuice. Somebody starts talking about my dongle and here comes Justin Brown from Primal Video. How's it going, Justin? So does that make sense? Like, you know, if you can build your video titles out, build your playlist titles out, how people are actually searching for things, that's going to be a huge win. Huge win. Hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask them right now. And by the way, you know, you can always reach me on Twitter or that sort of thing. DMs are hard for me. Just at me on Twitter and I usually get back to them. You're absolutely right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, clarity. I mean, you got to 1,000. That's huge. I mean, that's huge. Congratulations, right? Most people actually don't make it to 1,000. You don't think you can go back to sleep now, hashtag T to D. That's right, Justin. My dongle is going to haunt your dreams, Justin. Oh. Yeah, I'm happy to help. I think since you've made it to 1,000, I think you can make it to 10,000 and beyond. You just have to figure out, how can I focus all of my content? Every video that you're going to make, think about it like this. You got to have a content strategy. If you're just like, oh, I'm just going to make videos and just throw a bunch of stuff up onto YouTube and hope that one of them sticks, I'm going to hope one of these takes off. It's probably never going to happen. But if you sit down and you're like, okay, what am I into? What direction do I want to take my channel? And you start writing out a content strategy and you say, okay, I want to make several videos about this, whatever. Let's just say Estee Lauder lipstick, right? I'm going to go through and I'm going to make videos on all of the different types of Estee Lauder lipstick models that they have. And also when you're putting this stuff together, think of playlists, right? Think of ways that you can get people to binge watch your videos, because that's what you want them to do. You want them to finish one video and then move on to the next one. So when you're thinking of a content strategy, think in terms of a playlist. How can I put together a playlist of all of Estee Lauder's lipstick brands, right? Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, however many videos you want to put in there. Like, you want to hand them from one video to the next. And then all of those videos are titled, they're all kind of going to be similar, but you're going to end up owning that eventually, because you're telling YouTube with every one of those videos that goes up, this is what these videos are about. And YouTube's going to say, okay, and they'll start sending people to you eventually. But once you get this tackled, that's when you're going to have to also look at your videos and say, okay, how's my watch time? Because if you can get your watch time down to where people are watching a good percentage of your videos, and you get your focus together on that, like those are the things that can help your channel blow up. That's right, Charlie. It's not the size of your dongle, it's how you use it. And I plug mine in, Charlie. I plug mine right into my phone. Very true. I will stick to a brand. Yeah. Well, and here's something else. You don't have to stick to just one brand. Like every I'm just using it as an example. Like one playlist could be just one particular brand of lipstick, and then another playlist could be another particular brand of, you know, some sort of, you know, powder or something, right? Like you could go through all of those, and then you could change brands and do the whole thing again. Like the amount of content that you could make, it's literally endless. A great example right now, and I'm going to drop another person's channel in the chat. Give me 1 second here. There's a great creator. His name is Daniel Battelle. And I want you to look at what he's doing right now. And he's kind of doing this. So why can't I find him? There's a editing company. They make software. It's called Wondershare. They make software called Filmora. They make Filmora Go. So hold on here. Daniel Battelle. There it is. They make, there he is. They make editing software. And I want you to go over his channel, and I want you to look and see what he's doing on his channel. Just give me 1 second here. Daniel Battelle. And I'm having a hard time pulling him up for some reason. T-A-L. Probably because I'm spelling it wrong. Wow, that's weird. So the link I'm going to drop in Let's see if you can get this here. I want you to look at, see, he's dominating right now, and he's also growing really fast. He's dominating. Here, I'm dropping it in right now. Sorry it took so long. He's focusing everything on one piece of editing software, and he's growing really fast because of it. Now, he won't stick on this. He won't stick to this forever. He will, you know, he'll introduce some other different types of software, some other editing software, and he'll continue to grow. But once he runs through all of these Filmora videos, then he can start on another piece of software, and you can do the exact same thing for all of those. So it's a content strategy. All right, you got to think about, what's my goal of the channel? If my goal for the channel is to grow and eventually make money and possibly get some sponsorships in the future, like, you need to really have a content strategy and think about where you want to take your channel. And then you got to kind of reverse engineer, what do I have to do to get there? Yeah, Daniel's brilliant. Yeah, Hybrid says, I remember when Daniel had extreme food reviews. He was focused there too, but I just don't think there was enough opportunity as there is for what he's doing right now. But yeah, check out Dan. If anybody watching right now is just curious about how to focus, go pick apart Daniel's channel and go leave comments and let him know that I sent you over there if you don't know, if you're not already a subscriber. But look at what he's doing. He's completely focused. So yeah, anyway, I hope that was really helpful. Yeah, exactly. Justin says, yeah, and then he can go back later and update the Filmora ones. It's a decent strategy. Yeah, exactly. He can run through Filmora. He can run through all the other software. Then he can come back again, because of Filmora is going to update. They're going to add new features with every update. Then you can come back and go through that stuff again. And then you can come back and do it again. 2019, 2020. It's endless. It's literally endless, and it's people that things are searching for. Justin Brown's another great example. Justin, you know what? I'm going to bend a knee, Justin. Justin, take a knee. All right, Justin, you're a moderator now. Justin, please drop a link to your channel right now. Justin's another person doing, Justin, I didn't say go to both knees. I said bend a knee. Yeah, one knee, Justin, one knee. Yeah, go ahead and drop your channel in the chat, Justin, please. I want people to see how, because he's another, like, he'll do things for Android, he'll do things for iPhone, he does things for different editing software, but you can go through and you can see their playlists and you can see how they structure the content. Their content strategy is brilliant, how they put things together. There you go, click on that. He just dropped his link. Exactly. Right. All right, Justin, too far on your knees, man. Too long. Yeah, and listen, if you guys are not subscribed to Justin, you need to go subscribe to Justin. He covers Android, he covers iPhone, he covers iPad, he covers PC, he covers Mac, desktop. He does everything. He talks about YouTube tips, microphones, how to edit. He literally does everything. Justin, off your knees now. That's good. Yeah, go subscribe to that dude. He just drops his channel. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I'm going to move on to the next person. Let's see, where did my super chats go? Next one up is Nerfed Gamer. And for everybody who is following along, I know that took longer than usual, but I wanted to use her channel as an example because there were so many different things that I could share based off of her one channel. So as I go through these others and you're like, well, you didn't spend that much time on me, it's probably because I literally just talked about that, and everything that I just said about her channel applies to everyone's channel in here. So let me get the next one here. Hold on. And I just want to go on the record and state that I love iPhone, but I hate the face lock feature. I hate it. I want to scream. I have the iPhone XS with the face lock unlock, and then I've got the iPhone 7 with the thumb. Man, the thumb that wins all day long. All day long. All right, where are we at? Nerfed Gamer. Let's see where we're at. Loving my new XS. So Justin, do you think would you say that the XS Plus, would you say the optics for video is on par with one of the new iPhones? I'm considering, so I have a Samsung S9 right here. This is the Android that I use, and I'm considering upgrading to That, yeah, really. Wow. I'm thinking about getting the S10e because it's smaller, and I don't like the edges are a little bit more square, unlike the normal size, and the Plus is more got the rounded edges. I like that square edge. It is. Okay. What about the front-facing cam? I think the front-facing cam on the S9 is like a potato. I can't stand it. Hey, Stephen Blanton, how's it going, man? Josephine, are you back from cheating on me with with Morning Fame? You have little hands that go with the E. Yeah. You would know. You're easy to manhandle. Hey, Tube Techie, how's it going, man? All right, Nerfed Gamer. Yeah, so when Justin comes in, you know things are going to go south really fast. And by the way, I want to say this too. I'm just going to put Justin on the spot here. Those of you who are going to Vid Summit, or it is, okay, the front camera is really good. Okay, thanks. It's getting deep in here. Those of you who are going to Vid Summit, or if you run into him anywhere, and you have the opportunity to sit with Justin for just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, this guy has so much information to share. It's truly overwhelming. So if you get a chance to ever sit down with Justin and his brother Mike and pick their brains for just 5 minutes, trust me, it's worth it. Yes, I'm going to punish you, Josephine. I almost called you Justine. Josephine. All right, Nerf Gamer. Yeah, this whole chat has taken like a weird turn. Ever since we started talking about the dongles, like things just got weird. Oh, things just got weird. Justin is a maverick. That's right, Scully. Okay, Nerfed Gamer. Pulling you back up. Let's see. Nerfed Gamer. Nitpicking here, but your profile picture is covering up the text on your profile. Not a deal breaker, but just letting you know in case you haven't looked. I'm guessing it says uploads on Mondays and Thursdays. Nerfed Gamer, Fortnite Gaming. Okay, so just going to tell you what I thought. When I saw Nerfed Gamer, I thought you were doing some sort of a Nerf, no, like the Nerf guns or something like that. That's what I thought you were doing. So there's a little bit of a confusion for me. I was actually looking forward to pulling up your channel. Nerfed Gamer. Okay, I thought, Nerf guns. Total disconnect there. So what I would do is tell them what type of games you're playing, since you're a gaming channel. If you're only doing Fortnite, but it looks like you're not, okay. Talk about what type of games you're playing, or you can say you're playing all games, or write the particular type of games that you have. Because I actually thought that you were a Nerf channel. It's kind of like implying being a bit of a noob. Oh, Nerfed. Okay. Well, right away, right? Like it shows you like the clarity. It makes a huge difference. I mean, I'm not going to like subscribe or unsubscribe to your channel over that, but like in terms of clarity, I completely thought you were a different type of channel. Now, I dig this thumbnail, by the way. The Fortnite Ultimate Montage. I think that's cool. Fortnite Montage, the squad's best clips. That's cool. You're getting some views on that. Okay. Uploads. The teleporting walnut, Blood of the Dead Zombies, opening the dang door. I don't know if you made this thumbnail or not, and I don't know how well it's performing for you with like a click-through rate on it, but I think that looks really good. When did that go up? 2 weeks ago. I would try everything I could to make sure my other thumbnails look at least that good, because I think that like that look, like if you made that and you didn't just, take that from somebody else, if you made that, that means you've got the talent to do it. And if you've got the talent to do it, then there's no reason not to have all of your other thumbnails look that good as well. Let me go down to these other things. Watch out for the timestamp on the bottom right hand side. That will cover up any text that you have on there. Gray weapons only challenge Fortnite. Fortnite montage. Open the door. Also, like on one hand, I say, it's risky to play one sort of a game. One type of game only, it's risky. If that game dries up, you're going to have to take a hard pivot. At the same time, if you're just getting started, it might be even more difficult for you to grow if you're not focused on one game. So at this particular stage, I mean, it's going to be tough either way. You might want to think about just dedicating to one game at this particular point. It might help you grow, because it looks like you're just getting started. You've got, okay, so you just started uploading 2 weeks ago. So here's what I got for you. Think a little bit more on clarity from the channel banner all the way down to your thumbnails. What can you do to be as clear as possible and to pull it all together to give yourself like a look and be absolutely clear with your channel? And I would think about, you know, maybe focus on one game at this particular point. Black Ops Zombies, Fortnite Battle Royale. When you're making your playlist, the same thing for you. Like Fortnite Battle Royale, like you're probably not going to be found for that. And because you're brand new, it's going to take you a while anyway. But if you could make videos or playlists about a specific part of the Fortnite Battle Royale, that's going to give you a little bit of an edge than just Fortnite Battle Royale. There's going to be so much competition for that. So keep that in mind when you're making your videos too. Think of like, here's the game. How many layers deep in this game can I go and still be of interest? So just playing the game, okay. Well, just playing this part of the game, okay. Well, maybe I can dig a little bit deeper. Like in Inception, they go like 3 dreams deep, right? In the movie Inception. Think about, can I go 2 or 3 levels into a game to really fine tune and just focus on one particular thing that a lot of people might not be focusing on? That's the sort of thing that might give you an edge as a gamer, especially as a new gamer. It's going to be hard either way, but I would go, if I were to game, that's the direction that I would go. I would dig into like the most niche part of the game that I could possibly find, and I would do a ton of research and try to find something that people aren't doing, and then I would try to do that one particular thing. It's going to be hard. It won't be easy, but like if you really want to have a shot at gaming, that's really the only chance you've got starting out. Right on, Justin, man. Have a good one. It was a great way to wake up. Yeah, it woke you up, put you right on your knees, man. Does that make sense, Nerfed Gamer? Yeah, just focus, focus, focus. Because it's tough. I mean, think about how many gamers are playing, just using Fortnite as an example. You know, I know there's a lot of gamers in here. Same way I went to bed. Oh, yeah, Scully. I'm just creeping on 2 million views, Scully. Dream Allure. So I've got my iPhone 7 right here. iPhone 7, even though I have the XS, which is right here. XS, iPhone 7. Guess which one I carry every single day? The iPhone 7. It's a little bit smaller, and I love the thumbprint. I have so I ride a scooter, like a moped here in Thailand, and I have a backpack on, right? And on my backpack, I put a camera pocket, a little camera satchel on the front of it, and it fits perfectly for my phone. So my phone slides right to my little pocket here. The 10 fits, but like if I'm in a red light or I need to pull over or something or do something, a lot of times I have like my, you know, if I have my helmet guard down or I'm wearing a face mask because of the pollution or something like that, I pull out my XS and it can't recognize my face. Or sometimes I got glasses on and it doesn't recognize my face. But the thumbprint, it opens every single time without fail. Where the XS, I gotta like take my mask off or take off the sunglasses or raise the visor on my helmet. It's just not practical. And I'm looking forward to Apple's phone where, like, as soon as they release a phone where I can add a thumbprint again, like a newer phone, I'm on it. That's going to be like my next phone. But that's the only thing that's stopping me from carrying the XS every day, which I love the phone. It's fantastic. But the lack of thumbprint is just that's a killer for me. Absolutely killer. 5 Minute Air Show says, imagine it was D versus PewDiePie. Well, it's D series. It's D series versus PewDiePie. 5 Minute Air Show says, whoa, 2 million views. You should have that many subscribers, D. That would be fantastic. But it doesn't work that way. Your subscriber to view ratio is not that way. But yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, but I still like the XR. I think the XR is a good phone. The iPhone XR got a really bad rap, I think, but it's a fantastic phone. If I'm not mistaken, and some of you tech dudes in here can correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's the best-selling iPhone to date, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. All right, next person I'm going to pull up here. Exploring the Nug. You want me to check your updated banner and recent thumbnails? Yep. Let me get you pulled up. Exploring the Nug. Exploring the nug. Okay. Oops. Exploring the neg. We don't want to do that. Nug. Exploring the nug. Let's get you pulled up. All right, exploring the nug, cleaning up the waters one river at a time, exploring the nug. I dig that. There's clarity in that. It's an underwater shot. I dig it. Okay. You want me to check your recent thumbnails? Let me double check. Updated banner on recent thumbnails like the Jon Snow one. Okay, give me 1 second. Looking for Jon Snow. Okay, this is the one you were talking about. You're riding a trend, but you thought it tanked. Okay. Scuba face mask review. Underwater coin dump. Yeah, dude, I like these. Okay, I like the bold font that you're using. Bold, super easy to read, and you're going to hate me for this. You're absolutely going to hate me for this. And all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to back up. I'm going to do this the other way. I'm going to ask everyone in the audience, everyone in the chat right now. All right, I like the white. I like that it's big and bold. I dig that. I like the placement of it, except for the live stream, because the live stream's getting covered by the timestamp. I like that. So my question to you is, everyone in the chat right now, and by the way, I like your channel header change, but here's the question. What about the font choice? Do you think, so he dives into rivers, or he goes into rivers somehow, and he cleans rivers. That's what his channel is about. He finds things in the rivers. Do you think the font choice is a good font choice for the channel? Just type in yes or no if you think the font choice, how he's writing the text. Because I'm going to see what people have to say about this, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. I don't want to tell you first, because I don't want people to go, oh yeah, I'm going to agree with D. So Tabor John likes it. Hybrid says the letters are too close. Expert Plumber says no. Mr. Technology says yes. Needs a bit more natural space between the letters. G. Michael Jr. yes, likes it. He could probably do more with an aqua blue. Yes. Okay, so it looks like I'm in the minority here. Okay, so everybody likes it. Now, I'm not saying they're bad, but here's my point on this, because I like to nitpick, and like if you came to me as a client and said, D, I want you to totally pimp my channel, first thing I would do is I would change your font, because to me, like what you're doing is cool and it's a little bit serious, but the font choice that you're using, like especially when you're using the lowercase letters, it looks a little cartoonish to me. It looks a little cartoony, a little comic in terms of your font choice. And I'm just totally nitpicking here, but it gives me that vibe, and I think what you're doing is cooler than that. Like I would think of just something a little bolder, a little more squared off, maybe. Again, you don't have to change this. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just giving you my personal opinion, because that's what you came here for. But I'm obviously wrong, because everybody else seems to like it. So this might be one of those times you just say, screw you, D. But I do like this. Like, here's the difference too. Like you see, like cleaning up your waters one river at a time. It looks more cartoony in your channel art because you're using the lowercase. But when you're coming down to that, looking for Jon Snow, that doesn't have that vibe so much because it's all uppercase. So maybe that, like the upper part, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's kind of cartoony, but that looks a lot better to me. Does that make sense? Yeah, but you don't have to change it. I'm just nitpicking on you here. But I definitely like it when it's all large instead of like that. It just, I don't know, it just gives me like a little bit of like a cartoony vibe with that. But I like the imagery. I like how you've got everything. I would just maybe enlarge, you know, all capitals maybe, or just choose a font that's a little more squared off. But I'm nitpicking. Yeah, that's what I got for you. I like it otherwise. I dig it. Good upgrade from the last time you came in. Hey, May and Bert Journey, how you doing? Says, how you really make nice thumbnails. You're asking, how do you like thumbnails? Yeah, Roger, I think the concept of the channel, I think, is fantastic. Yeah, like to me, like look at that. Looking for Jon Snow, right? That, bam. And that one, it just gives me a cartoon vibe. But it looks like I'm alone on that one. Other things that you can do, because somebody just mentioned in the chat here that I agree with, you can use something like Snapseed. I have a video on that to where you can load these up in a Snapseed, boost up the ambience, boost up the saturation a little bit to make your imagery pop, make it a little bit more colorful. But I think you're going in the right direction. You've got your logo up in the top like you had before. But I would make sure you put your logo in, like even on your live streams, like this one here, you didn't put your logo in there. That one here, I would make sure you stick that in all of them, right? Get that branding, every single thumbnail, build that branding up. So that's what I've got for you. Moving in the right direction, just a little bit, just tiny, just a little bit more tweaking on there. Mostly in the channel banner to match what's going on in the thumbs. Somebody asked how to make a good thumbnail. Hold on. You make good thumbnails by practice. Doesn't matter what software you use. You can use Photoshop, you can use Photopea, you can use GIMP, you can use PixArt, you can use Snapseed, you can use whatever software or app that you want. What's important is that you learn how to make them. Learning that skill is much more important than how the software app that you use to make them. So it's just going to take practice. Like, look at the top thumbnails for your favorite YouTubers. Go to their channel, pick 10 of your favorite YouTubers, the biggest ones that you know. Not the ones who are just picking like one picture, right? But look at 10 of the biggest YouTubers who make like a variety of different thumbnails. Then start to study their thumbnails. Go to their video, go to their channel, view their videos by most popular, and then look at their most popular videos. Look at their topics, look at their titles, look at the thumbnails, and start studying everything that they're doing. Look at their descriptions. Now, here's something that happens though. When a channel gets to a certain size, it doesn't matter what they do anymore. Like PewDiePie, for example, he could literally and he probably has already done it. He could literally put up a thumbnail of just a black image and a title that just says yes. And he would just get crushed with views, right? He's built an audience that's so big already, it doesn't matter what he does. Once you're into the millions, or even sometimes into the higher hundreds of thousands, it doesn't really matter what you do anymore because you've built that community. But go look at some of the other ones who are making an effort, and you'll start to find patterns. You'll start to find things that they're doing that are all kind of similar, and then take the time to start to study. Okay, let me look at their thumbnail. Get your app, get your software, whatever you're going to build these on. Learn how to build their thumbnails. Pick your favorite thumbnails that you like and learn how to recreate those. By learning how to recreate those, you're going to be building a skill. Once you can recreate some of your favorite thumbnails, take that skill that you've just learned, now apply it to your own thumbnails and learn how to build your own thumbnails. Because it takes a while to build a skill, and I found the best way to build my skills way back in the day was like looking at magazine advertisements and say, okay, wow, that looks really cool. I wonder if I can make something that looks like that. And then by doing that, then I started learning, oh, in order to make my text look like this, I have to click on this feature, and then I got to do X, Y, Z, and boom, now my text looks like that. And what I'm doing is I'm building up those skills. I'm learning, oh, now I know how to make that text look like that. So then when you start having these ideas in your head, you know how to take it from here and turn it into what you see on your thumbnail or your channel banner. And the same works for your video. You want to design a background for your video. You want to dial in the look of your video. Just practice. Practice. Hey, Susie Valentine Realtor, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Roger, yeah, I think he found Jon Snow in the water. Hey, Simon Says Farms, how you doing? I'm going to jump into the chat here. Let's see what's going on. It says, can you quickly check out my channel tweaks, some things that you said last week? Yeah, I will. So let everybody know what's happening. I'm going to get Vigard pulled up. I know we pulled you up last week. I think I've got all the super chats. So I'm not going to take any more super chats. So mods, if you can kind of keep that message going, the super chats are closed for channel reviews. Because I want to jump in. I want to get a couple freebies up. But I think I got everybody who left a super chat. And let's get Vigard pulled up here. Let's see, Vigard. Let me find you here. 1 second, Vigard. RNH. Where are you at? There you are. So Vigard, you changed playlist and organization. Okay, films, tutorials, inspiration. All right, you got your channel banner. What did we change? The things you select, playlist organization. Okay. I don't remember if we said it. I don't know if you changed anything for your thumbnails or not. Cinematic travel videos, Premiere Pro, CC tutorials, Adobe Premiere color grading tutorials. Learn how to use Adobe Premiere to color grade. Yep, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Learn how to use Adobe Premiere to color grade your videos. Adobe Premiere color grading tutorials. Like, that's great. See, like what he has here for a playlist, Adobe Premiere color grading tutorials. That's something that people would actually search for. Then he says, because when YouTube suggests a playlist up, it's also going to show a little part of your description. So you're going to see, learn how to use Adobe Premiere to color grade your videos. Perfect. Perfect. When you're building this stuff out, filmmaking equipment test, motivation, inspiration. This is another good one right here. How to use LUTs in Adobe Premiere Pro. It's exactly something that somebody would search for. Learn how to install LUTs in Adobe Premiere Pro, how to, whatever it says going on. You have a guard. That's exactly what I was talking about. Midnight Madness says gills. Yeah, I don't quite have Nick's gills yet. I'm working on them now. Channel banner. Yeah, I don't think you changed anything there, but I love it. It looks so, like, I've been there, so I know what it really looks like, but I love the treatment that you put on the artwork there. Like the sky and everything, dude, just puts like a really cool vibe to that. I love it. I love how you got your playlist together here regarding the most recent uploads. That's smart. Like that sort of thing starts ranking right away. When I created my Nimmin recent uploads, like that started ranking immediately. Yeah, don't underrate playlists. Playlists can rank really, really fast. Creators, color grading. Yeah, dude, like all this looks so good. Like the same thing too, I'm talking about, like, you know, getting a look together. Like for the most part, I think he's using the same font or pretty close to it on most of these. He's getting like a little vibe together. And in most of these, he's got a little V, puberty again, excuse me. I like the ones where you got your little V in there for guard. I would just make sure to get those in all of them if you can. That's such a nice little touch. Yeah, it looks like all your newer ones, you've got that. That's the real sky that morning. Oh man, dude, that's so rad. Yeah, we didn't go in the morning. It was actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Wow. Yeah, Vigard looks good, man. Love it. All right, make sure I got everybody here exploring the Nug. All right, I'm going to answer a couple more questions here. Next question comes from, oh, this is good. This one comes from Review Riot, and I don't know if you're still in here or not because you asked this question a while ago, but if you're watching this on a replay, here you go. I struggle with my voiceovers. How do you mix B-roll and voiceover so everything is smooth? Do you do the voiceovers first and then insert your B-roll to match what you were saying, or vice versa? Great question. Anytime I do B-roll, and I know I'm going to be talking over it, I record my B-roll first in most situations. So if I know I'm going to go outside and I'm going to, you know, film a bunch of stuff with my phone, and I know I'm going to be talking over later, I just go film the stuff, and then I edit the stuff. I have an idea what I'm going to say, and then as I'm editing together, right? Like I edit the video, I put it together, then I come back, and then I'll do my voiceover. Now, I don't script things unless it's a voiceover. So if I have to script things, then I know what I'm going to say. I write things out because I know how long I want it to be based on the edit that I've done. So that's what works for me. I don't know if you do it in reverse or some people in here do it in reverse, but that's how I do it, and that works really well for me. I've even done things as well. Like I've put together the edit. I've done a rough idea of how I was going to script the voiceover. It's still loose. It's more like bullet points. And then I'll do a quick render and I'll drop it on my phone. And then I walk over to where I record and I play because I have my editing station and my recording station are in different places. Our studio here for Nimmin Live is kind of separated, so I really don't have a choice. And then I will play the video back while I'm standing there, and I've got the microphone here. So I watch the video here and I've got my notes here, so I can make sure that my pacing is correct, so I say things the right way. But, you know, quick render, drop it onto your phone. And for those of you who are on a Mac, that's where AirDrop is fantastic when you're in that ecosystem. Render something out real quick, AirDrop it over to your phone, boom, Bob's your uncle. You walk an hour in the dark. Yeah, that's rough, dude. Like I know that walk. That was a hard walk. It was like sleeting that day, and the wind was like hurricane, like gale force hurricane. And it was one of those walks where it's just like, you know, every step felt like you're gonna get like blown over. That was tough. It was flat, but it was tough. Hey, Tube Techie. Oh, you're saying hey to Neil. All right, another question. Next question is Supreme Rivas, if you're still in here. Ever since I shared my videos, my channel has been doing good, but how come I'm not getting any subscribers? Okay, you're not getting any subscribers. It could be a couple of reasons. One, you might not be asking them. Two, you might not be asking them in the correct spot of your video. You might be asking them later when the majority of the people have actually stopped watching your video. Your video might not be that appealing to them. You're getting views, but how's your watch time? You need to go into your analytics and look at the watch time for each one of your videos. Are you getting 20% watch time, or are you getting 70% watch time? If you're getting, I would say if you're getting under 50%, under 40%, like start going in and saying, okay, I need to make sure that I front load, I move all of my calls to action, asking them to leave a comment, asking them to subscribe. I mean, you can do it multiple places, but make sure you at least have one towards the beginning, because people are leaving early on and they're not even asking, they're not even finding out that you want them to subscribe. You also need to give them a reason to subscribe. That actually helps too. Hey, if you want more of XYZ, go ahead and subscribe, right? That sort of thing. That works well for commenting as well. But another thing could be they just don't like your content. Like they find your content, good job for that, and then they click your video and they don't like your video for whatever reason. This is another important reason you need to go in. You need to watch your analytics, figure out what your watch time is, look at the drop-offs, try to find out looking at the cliffs. Like, you know, let me give you an example. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up, because I get some crazy analytics sometimes. So let me find one. Let me find one that looks a little bit weird. And here's something else too. Like, people talk about watch time and they talk about CTR, which is click-through rate. You don't have to have the highest watch time. You don't have to have the highest click-through rate. You just have to be higher than the other people that are being suggested next to your video. So if you're up higher than a lot of the other video, like somebody types in how to do something or whatever, your video comes up and you're above these other channels, there's a good chance that even if you have a lower click-through rate, even if your watch time is lower, there's a good chance that you're still outperforming the other videos that are being served next to you. So it's not always like, oh my God, my watch time sucks, my CTR is horrible. Yeah, it might be when you're comparing it against your other videos, but, and if you increase those, you would do even better. But being compared to the channels or the videos around yours, you could be blowing them out of the water. So that's something to keep in mind too. And I'm going to show you an example of that, because I have a video with poor watch time. Where's it at? And this video is doing really well. It's got 57,000 views on it. And it's the one that I showed you earlier about where I posted it. It spiked for a couple days and it completely flatlined for a long time, a couple months, I think. And then it just shot for whatever reason. YouTube's like, hey, we're gonna start suggesting this video again, right? No idea why they did, but they did. And the watch time is, my click-through rate's actually pretty good on it, but the watch time is not good. And that's what I want to show you. My audience retention on this, where's it at? Here it is. My audience retention on this is really low, right? My average view duration is 3 minutes and 12 seconds out of an almost 9-minute video. Not the best, not terrible, and not the best, but only 30, let's just round up, 36% of the people watch that video, right? And you can see it's just dropping off. Like, that's really weird. And you see that hump right there. So people drop off out of the beginning. Those are people who are saying, nope, we don't like this. For whatever reason, they don't like my face, they don't like my voice, they don't like my lighting, they don't like my audio. Whatever the reason is, they don't like it and they're leaving. That's that initial drop. Or You also have people who are just skipping through. I don't want to hear them talk. I want them to get right to the point. So they skip. And then that's where you're going to see that little hump right there, that first hump. Those are people who are skipping or skipping backwards to say, okay, well, how did I start? All those little spikes are skips or people going backwards. But you see, this is a very low performing video in terms of numbers. However, it's pushing 60,000 views, and YouTube picked it right back up and said, hey, we're going to push this video again. So what that means is, of all the other videos that are competing for this particular title, this particular video just is outperforming at this time. That could change tomorrow or the day after, but at this time, I'm outperforming the other videos that are around it. So when YouTube does a shuffle again, I might go even higher and get more views on it, or I could just completely drop off and it could die out like it did before. But because the watch time is low, that's why it died off originally. And I think I showed you this before. I'll pull this back up 1 second. So this is what it looks like for the views on this. You see that spike at the very beginning, and then it died off. It died off because it wasn't a good video, right? The video sucked. Like, you can see it completely died off. People were not interested in the video for whatever reason. I didn't do a good job as a creator to make this video good enough to make people want to watch it, so it just died off. YouTube stopped suggesting it out to people because they weren't interested. Then after enough time passed, I guess YouTube had enough data of the other competing videos, maybe, I'm guessing. And then they said, okay, well, even though it's a crappy video, it's like the better of the crappy videos. So we're gonna give this some love. And then you see that spike right there, and it's been off and running ever since. So that's kind of how that works. I'm gonna go and read the chat here because I wasn't looking at anyone. Yeah, Neil says you can't always make wanted content though. No, sometimes you make content and it does really well. Sometimes you make content and it tanks. Sometimes you make content that people want to see and it does well. Sometimes you got to make videos for yourself. I've got videos that I make because I want to make them, right? You can't, I know some people who are growing really fast, they make videos based, like every video that they make is based on a decision that they know will grow their channel. And I think that's awesome because that's their goal. But if I make too many videos in that manner too much, I start to feel like I'm just like a cog in the wheel. So I have to mix in videos that I want to make. Like, oh guys, you know, I really want to share this with you. And it's because I do. So if it's, you know, if I want to talk about a certain topic, you can usually tell those videos don't always do the best. You know, like how to deal with haters, for example. I just wanted to make that video. I didn't care what YouTube thought about it. I didn't care what the algorithm thought about it. I didn't care if, you know, anyone but my subscribers saw that video. But it's a video that I wanted to make because I thought it was important to make. It's something that all of us as creators have to make, and I wanted to touch on that. So I made the video. You know, I have those videos to where I know they're not going to grow my channel. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. TubeTechie says, is there a tool to let you know how others are doing in CTR and watch retention? Yeah, so if you go into YouTube Studio Beta, do they have this in Classic? I've only looked at it in beta, so I'm not sure. You can compare. It doesn't say which videos are which, but it will give you a graph and show you how you measure up against other people in your niche. Joshua says, I'm a noob. What's a closing channel? A closing channel? What's a closing channel? Hybrid? What did I say something about I may have said something weird. Yeah, TubeTechie, dig in to analytics, the new Studio Beta. It's thick, man. It's really thick. Dig in there and start looking in the views. Like, going into the analytics parts, look at the views, look at the subscribers. You can sort your videos to see which videos are bringing in the most subscribers. So, like, Mike Clothing, good point. I have no idea. A person said they were making closing channel. Hybrid, are you on the pain pills, my man? Like, if you can really learn how to read your channel and you know what your channel goals are, like my goal, this isn't my goal, but I'm saying, like, hypothetically, my goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers. Say that's goal 1. If that's your goal, that's fine. Or my goal is to reach 1 million views, whatever. Whatever your goal is. My goal is to build a business, whatever it is. But if growth is the goal, you can go in and you can sort your videos and by views You can sort your videos by subscribers. So you know which videos are driving those things. And if you know which of these things are driving your channel, you can make more of those to build it even faster. Yeah, Neil says, make what you love and love what you make. Yeah. Yeah, there's an argument there on both hands. Like on one hand, as a creator, like you got to make what you want to make. I get that. I've followed some amazing creators on YouTube who don't necessarily have large channels, but they make really cool stuff. Maybe they make stuff out of steel, or they make leather craft and that sort of thing. And I think it's awesome. That's cool. And if they could get their titles and stuff together, they would probably, do really well. But on the other hand, it depends on what your goals are. Like it's one thing to make stuff that you want to make, but what are your goals? Are your goals, do you want to make money? Do you want to be an authority in your niche? Do you want to sell a book at some point? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to develop apps? Like if you want to use YouTube as a traffic source so you can use that traffic to sell products, that's cool. Do that too. So it's important that you know what your goal is. If you don't have a goal, then I think you could struggle trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to do. But having a goal, I think that helps. But you got to be real with yourself. And there's nothing wrong. Look, Roberto made a tweet today saying, don't feel bad about wanting to make money. Like that's perfectly fine. And I agree with that. It's perfectly okay to want to make money. If you say, hey, I'm on YouTube because I want to make money. I want to find a way to make money to support my family or to whatever. I just want to make beer money. Man, do whatever. Like everybody's on their own path. Everybody's doing things that work for their life. So, do whatever you have to do to whatever your goals are, do that. If you just want to create for the sake of create and you don't even want to run ads on your channel, do that too. Like we're all on a different path here. Roger says, I don't know where you are going. Any road would get you there. Oh, if you don't know where you're going, any road would get you there. Exactly. Crimson Flames, what's going on, man? The guard says, my goal is to live in Tokyo in 5 years, but to get there, I need to sacrifice something in order to reach those goals. Yeah, absolutely. And I can tell you firsthand from somebody who's lived in Asian countries for half of my life almost, is you're going to have a visa hurdle there. Japan's not easy to live long term, unless you get a job. If you can get a job there, something that's easier. But if you're going there as like an entrepreneur or someone who's self-employed, it can be an uphill battle. All of Asia is kind of the same way. Neil says, here's a mad thing. I'm making so much money from YouTube as I am in DJing, and it's not from my channel. It's from the voiceover work. And I wouldn't have known that until I'd done YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So everyone in here right now probably knows my brother Nick. If you don't know who Nick is, I don't know what to tell you. But everyone in here knows who Nick is, probably. He did not. So he started his first channel. I think he was doing some tutorials. Then he did something else. He has a whole second channel where he does not do YouTube tips. And it's got like, I think 11 or 12,000 subscribers. And he eventually walked away from it because he got burnout. He got burnout from the other channel because it was taking so much time. But he just kind of like fell into his groove doing this. And I don't think he originally started doing this. And that's the thing, is like you get into this, and what you're doing on your first channel or the videos that you're making right now doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you're going to go. Neil's a perfect example for this. He's now making money through voiceover work. His videos are about, cryptocurrency. But by coming into YouTube, talking to other people, and people saying, hey, you should do voiceover work, or however that worked out, he's now doing that. Like, being a creator is cool. Once you are able to just open up to the idea of, I'm just going to see where this takes me, like that's really cool. But it also has to coincide with your goal too. Like Vigard knows he wants to be in Japan in 5 years. Therefore, Vigard has to put a plan into motion. That doesn't mean that Vigard might get sidetracked along the way, that finds something that works better. But that means that he has to start working towards that goal. Yeah, he could get totally sidetracked. But 5 years from now, Vigard might be living in Japan with 15 animators working under him, doing animation for Hollywood films. You don't know. Like the world is strange like that. I never thought I would be on YouTube teaching anybody anything. Matter of fact, the fact that anyone, let alone 10 people, let alone 28,000 people would want to listen to me teach them how to do anything, mind blown. I hated school. I hated school and I hated most of my teachers. Only a couple of teachers stood out to me. So like me being a teacher of any kind, it just mind-boggling. Hey, Shannon, welcome back. Hey, Crimson Flames, what's up, man? Says, hey, D, how do I get my channel out there? Same thing, man. Same thing I've been talking about. You get your channel out there by one, you got to make a lot of content. You got to learn how to make good titles. You got to learn how to make good-looking thumbnails. This is the answer to everything. Titles, thumbnails, description. Learn how to make good videos that get good watch time. Like there's a formula. There's a formula there. It's not a mystery. It's just you gotta hit those things. You gotta have great titles so people can find your content. Once they find your content, you need a good thumbnail for people to click on. Once they click on that thumbnail, your video has to be good enough to give you a decent amount of watch time, at least good enough to compete with the videos surrounding you. And then if you fire on those things and you can do that consistently, your channel is going to grow. And it helps if you have focus. If you're doing a variety channel, you're going to struggle to grow. Any tips on getting a channel from 46,000 subs to 100,000 subs? Okay, Driver 81 Porsche, that's actually a great question. If you are able to if you got to 46,000 subscribers, you obviously know what you're doing. What I would do is I would dig in hard into your analytics. Hard. Like you obviously know what you're doing. Go to your analytics, sort your videos. Since you're looking at subscriber count, like that's your goal, right? That's cool. If your goal is 100,000 subscribers, go into your subscribers, into your analytics, into the Studio Beta, sort your videos by the videos that bring you the most subscribers. You can do that inside of analytics. Sort those videos and you're going to see right at the top, these are the videos that bring in the most subscribers to my channel, and it's going to tell you how many subscribers they've brought you. And if your goal is to get more subscribers fast, then you make more videos just like that. And then when you make those videos, go back to those videos that are driving your subscribers, and in the pinned comment under every one of those videos, first of all, don't change anything in the titles of those videos that are doing well. Don't change it. Don't touch those videos that are driving subscribers. Don't touch them. But you can pin your own comment and link out to another relevant video that's like that. Hey, this isn't, watch the updated whatever, right? If you like this, you're going to love this. Write something that would make them say, oh, if they came because of the rims that you're using on your car, make another video that has to do with those rims. Let them know that this is another video about those rims. You can link out to a playlist. You can link out to another video. Then I would go into your cards and I would go to your end screen. Don't move where your card is, but just change the video that's in your card. Change, yeah, you know what, on second thought, I might not even change the card, but I would change the end screen. Because if changing the video in your card might change your watch time. Oh, that video is more, you know, I like that video. I'm going to click on that and off they go. Leave your card alone, change the videos in your end screen. So then what you've done is you've used those videos that are driving subscribers and you've linked in two different places a way that they can actually drive people to the new video, which also drives more subscribers. Just a little tip to get some extra views to that new video. But sort by subscribers, then do more of those. That's what I would do. You can sort everything. Hey, Josephine. But yeah, dig hard into analytics, man, hard. 46,000, dude, you totally know what you're doing. Sort all of that stuff. You can also sort by watch time. You can sort by subscribers. You can sort by watch time. You can sort by views. I would also go into all of your thumbnails and see if you can look at your click-through rate on all of your thumbnails and try to find the thumbnail patterns that do the best. Right? Look at the videos that bring you the most subscribers, then look at the thumbnails that get the most clicks and then pair those together and build series of videos based off of those. Like, hey, I know these top 5 videos are driving all of these subscribers. So I'm going to do my next 20 videos or my next 30 videos are all going to be variations of these and just go hard on that. Build playlists related to it because that's what's driving subscribers to your channel. Focus everything on that. Okay, so somebody, hold on, go back here. Super chat came in before that said, where did it go? First 1,000 hours says, please review Joshua Polino's channel. So I'm going to get him pulled up. Hold on here, Joshua. Joshua Polino. There you are. Joshua Polino, where you at, buddy? There you are. Okay, and by the way, I like that you took off the YouTube expert thing. I think having your name is so much better. I may have told you that before. I'm not sure. Okay, beginner's guide to YouTube new videos over Thursday. I love that. Super clear message. You're letting beginners know that this is a beginner's guide. Like you're right out of the gate, you're defining the audience that you're trying to attract, and that's important. How to get your first 100 subscribers fast. Love it. Is it too late to start YouTube in 2019? So yeah, your titles are on point. I like your thumbnails. Right? Look how easy it is to read. When I'm talking about using bold, easy to read fonts, look at that. Look at how easy that text is to read. Do you guys see that? He's got his color scheme together. His background is blue. He's using the same font in all of his thumbnails, and it's big and it's bold, and he's using a secondary color as a focus word. And because of that, he's getting like his look together, and his text is super easy to read. So anybody who's got text in their thumbnails, look at this. Look at how easy that is to read, even on a phone. Like he's getting his look together. So yeah, thumbnails, you're nailing it. Titles, nailing it. I love the clarity in your channel art. One thing that I would do though, man, because you're using these fonts, this particular font in your thumbnails, I would go up to your channel banner and I would use that exact font in your channel art. A beginner's guide to YouTube. Big, bold, just like you have right there in your thumbnails, because that's going to tie that together. Because right now it's just a little bit of a visual disconnect. Just tie it on. Just think branding, right? Everything looks the same, ties it all together. Those are the things, like, I'm not going to unsubscribe or subscribe to somebody like that. But that visual message that you're giving, especially if you're in the education space, like subconsciously people might not make that connection. But those are the little things that make somebody look like a professional, right? Those little tiny tweaks that people might not notice. Those are the small things that make people think, wow, that guy's really pro'd up. That guy looks like a professional. Everything about this guy makes me think that he's a professional, and I want to hire him to consult me, right? All those little things. Even the font that you use in your videos, pull that all in, right? If this is the font you're running with, which looks great, use it in your channel art. Use it as your font in your thumbnails. If you've got text in your video, use it as the text in your video. Use it there. Tie it all together. Look at the big brands: Red Bull, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, right? They get like that. They've got their branding on point everywhere. Joshua, brother, you don't have any playlists. So, all right, here, Joshua, here's what you need to do. You got all these videos, right? How to get your first 100 subscribers fast. Is it too late to start YouTube? Right? You've got all of these videos on here, but 0 playlists. I drive a lot of views to my videos through playlists, and you can get subscribers that way too. YouTube will rank playlists. So here's what I want you to do is think of your channel, which is now focusing on beginners who are just getting started on YouTube. So think to yourself, if I were to make a 5 or 6 video playlist for beginners only, what videos would I make to stick in there, and what order would I put them in? Now, you might already have some of those videos made, and if so, build that playlist with those videos. If you don't, start creating videos that you can build into a playlist. And then title that playlist just like you're nailing it for your videos. Title your playlist the same way, a searchable title targeting beginners. Write a description, a keyword rich description for the playlist as well. And that's telling YouTube exactly what your playlist is about. And then when somebody clicks into it, you've put in order 5 or 6 videos that, as a beginner, start with this video. and then they go to the next video. You want to create binge-worthy videos so they go from one video to the next video to the next video. That's how playlists work. And it can really help you with watch time. It can help you driving more views and more subscribers, right? You're building a web of content, and a playlist helps you do that. So that's where you're really missing out right here. Watch time trap, exactly, Vigard. Yeah, you're really missing out. And the more search-friendly your playlists are, the more YouTube will rank them eventually. But you're missing out right there. I promise you there, you're missing out. And you're going to put them up, and they won't do anything at first. But as you're uploading, as you're building out your content library, like, you're going to do well if you keep doing this. You're new at this. You're just getting started. So you're still trying to, you know, you're still built. You're that train going up the mountain. You know what I mean? You're putting in the work, putting up the work. There will be a tipping point to where you have reached that top, and that you're going to get that momentum, right? And then everything's going to start. Everybody has that point where it clicks, and it usually starts with like one video. You will make a video at some point if you keep on this and you stay consistent. You will have that one video where everything clicks, and that one video just blows up your channel. And when that happens, that's going to start your momentum. And that's why it's important to have everything needs to be tight. Your playlists need to be put together. You need to make sure you got your pinned comments together. Your end screens need to be put together. Your cards need to be there. All of these things that create a watch web where it sends one person from one video to the next video to the next video, but link it up to where it's all relevant so that it makes sense for somebody to, okay, I'm going to watch your video on how to get your first 100 subscribers fast. Well, the next logical video, right? Think about what that would be, and then make sure they can see that in your description. They can see that in the pinned comment. They see that on the end screen. They can see that in a card. You make a playlist dedicated to that. You fill out the playlist with all those other videos that make sense. You want your first, you know, how about you take it a step further, not just your first 100 subscribers, but how about how to start a YouTube? Actually, that's on my video list too. How to actually create your YouTube channel. Step one. You get your phone, you got to start with a Gmail account, right? Like, start them at step one, and then take them to step two, and then step three, and then step four, and then build that out in playlist form. Eventually that something will work, and it's going to click, and it'll be one video eventually, and it'll probably be a video that you're not expecting. For me, it was a dark mode video. Like, that was one of the things that just kicked my channel into overdrive. Like, it was a video that I almost didn't even make. I was like, huh. So YouTube has, because like iOS had dark mode on YouTube for a long time. And then it was available for Android, and it came out, and I thought, I love dark mode. My audience is probably not going to like this, but I'm just going to put it up there because I want to make this video because I love dark mode. And I put it up, and it's, well, where am I at on that now? Like, this thing is just like crushing my channel. Hold on. Where am I at? I haven't even looked recently because it's, give me just 1 second. So if I sort by most popular, so the dark mode video that I almost did make is 500,000 subscribers on that. That's driven thousands, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers to my channel. 500,000 views it's driven, right? And I almost didn't even make the video. So keep that in mind, right? You never know what that one video is. Hey, did I see Ty come in here? Hey, Ty, how you doing? So I have a question. If you have pre-recorded videos, is it best to upload now and schedule for the next 2 weeks? Or is it better to upload 1 to 2 days before when you want it to go live? I upload sometimes weeks in advance. I know Nick has uploaded sometimes a month in advance. I think when you have it, if you have everything, put it up and you know, schedule it up. YouTube has a scheduling feature for that reason. I don't think there's any advantage. I've never seen any data to say that there's one advantage to uploading a couple days before versus 2 weeks before. I have heard some rumors, people saying that, oh, it hurts your velocity, your view velocity if you upload in advance, but I've never seen data to prove that otherwise. I've uploaded videos in advance, 2 weeks in advance, and they do awesome. Fly Ride, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. So yeah, so Joshua, just think, and everybody, just think of those, you know, you need that one video, and when that one video pops, and it will eventually, and you won't know what that video is going to be. You can't plan for it. You won't expect it. It'll probably be a video that you didn't even think was going to do well. Like, I'm not even going to make this video, and then you make it, and boom, there it goes. So that happens. That happens. All right, guys. Running on close to 4 hours here. I'm gonna hop off. Throat is shot. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me in the live stream. I wanted to pull up a couple more channels. Hybrid, I wanted to get to you, but my throat is just my throat's gone. Hey, AU Pack Meal. AU Pack Meal, welcome back. Says, I don't remember seeing anything about scheduled videos that might hurt you. Yeah, I've never seen that either. I know a lot of people who upload way in advance. No problems whatsoever. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to be on the road. I won't be streaming with Nick for a month unless he's able to pull me in on his stream. So I'm going to try to stream from the road. I may or may not be able to do it on Sunday. So thank you so much for watching. Those of you who hung out the entire time. And if you haven't, I know I usually do the Twitter thing, totally forgot. Give this a thumbs up as you go out. If you shared this out on Twitter and I didn't pull the Twitter up to thank you, I do apologize, but I will go in and I'll be retweeting those and thanking those. So thank you, everybody. Oh, hold 1 second. PhotoFin, is it bad to change your profile? You mean your profile picture? You can change your profile picture. That does not affect your channel at all. In terms of the About Me page, you can change that too. Peace out, everybody. I will see you guys from the road. I'll either be chiming in from America or Mexico next time. So see you guys from the road. Thank you. Wow, what just happened here? Wow, so I'm having some technical difficulties here. I was going to share this. Wow, that's so weird. Why is it not coming up? So what I wanted to do, you guys know me, how I end this stuff. So I wanted to share something with you guys. 1 second here. One second here. I wanted to thank you guys because I hit 28,000 subscribers yesterday. 28,000 subscribers yesterday. So I want to thank you guys for the support, the overwhelming support that you guys have given this channel, given me for over the past year. So Thank you. I do appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. This actually means a lot to me, how fast you guys have pushed this channel along. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys from the road.